is the semifinal? Someone should correct me if I'm wrong, but Rise Nation versus Gale Force, I think one of the best matchups we could actually have, even for the final, which I think the winner of this goes on to play Sword Gaming, who were looking dominant last night. This should be quite interesting. No knife round, as we have picked the maps. Dazzle going to be the first point of contact. Maybe not contact. Let's spot out that first player. Looking at the buy from Gale Force, actually, a lot of extra utility. A lot of those players have moved on into Connector. So Dazzle backing on up. He's going to call in a rotation from actually two of his teammates. VSA and Moose going to be headed on over. Meanwhile, Gale Force, plenty of time to work with still. Minute 20 in the round, a lot of map control. Mark E playing the lurk, but nobody from B. You can see that boost going on for John G right now. Nobody looking for any sort of aggressive play, holding as far back as possible for the one-tap potentials of those USPs. And really quickly, while I've got time, go down the rosters really quick. Rise Nation, we've got Dazzle, Ace, VSA, Jonji, and Moose. And for Gale Force, we're going to see them very soon. Guishoro, Tommy, Johnny Boy, Mark E, and Tutehan. And immediately, as I finish, Dazzle immediately gets gooshed on down. Guishoro going to follow that with a second headshot, long distance. USP usually comes out the victor in that, but aim is on point. Guishoro, one of the top fraggers. We'll see in there. You see him again getting that second frag. Up close, VSA tries to answer it back, and through the smoke, Guishoro getting tagged down by Jonji. Now inserted on in by Ace as well, brings us back down to 2v2. Ace and Jonji left alive, sitting at the crossfire, and Jonji's going to find one of them. So it's Johnny Boy. We're probably going to do that a few times. It's Jonji, last one alive, up close. Oh, B2K in hand is not going to be enough right there. Johnny Boy gets that last frag, picking up 3 in total for the round. Gale Force to start off with the pistols. Something that usually does go their way, but Rise Nation, they are formidable. And immediately the Force Spy is going to come out. AC is deadly. He's like the NA Chris J with the Scout. See what everyone else does. VSA might be saving with that little cash. Oh, no, last second. Always happens. Secondary Scout bot up. So Ace is going to take this over towards B, and actually they're stacking this almost entirely. One more player. Oh, the shot rings out. Even gets a second one off before he's not even put down, just taken to 34 HP. Second AWP over towards short. Jonji, though, he's about to be pressured in on the B-bomb side. 2 players, 3 players here, actually. Smoke's going to plume right next to him. They might not actually check this. Marquis jumps past. The Deagle rings out, and Marquis finds the first. That's a nice job right there. Information garnered as well. Spotted the bomb, but meanwhile, Tommy finds one over towards Connector. And the rest of these players probably will not even be going for this. Save the armor, the CZs, and the Scouts. Maybe post up for some exit frags. But being overrun that quickly. Not the start that Rise Nation wanted on that eco. May have been a bit bold having the 4 stack over towards A. I understand the coin flip mentality, but I think having one of those Scouts up in heaven really could have made that a much more different scenario. However, Gale Force keep 4 players alive, 2 of those AKs as well. And look at this, Tommy going hunting. He has that MAC-10, would be easy to lose. Tutehan, UMP, similar story for him. We'll see if they get close enough. Bomb takes over, clearing out the easy angles. Doesn't look like he's going to be going towards Playground anytime soon. So Gale Force to start off strong, 2 to zip. Rise Nation will hold on to those weapons, and let's see if Jonji wants to buy anything to try and work around them. Yeah, but looking at this, with the maps, I'm thinking it's going to be 2-1 Rise Nation. It's definitely going to be tough to call. Last time these guys faced off, I think, was just a best of 1, and I think Rise Nation did take that. Rise have only lost 1 map in their past 5 matches, and that was to Complexity and a very close 16-13 scoreline on Train. So Gale Force will have their work cut out for them, but now Dazzle and Moose up close with these CZs, and actually one player holding up towards mid. Spotting the flashes coming out. Smokes as well. Jonji's going to be a great spot to get this, but now Dazzle up close. Manages to get one. Jonji got one as well. He did fall afterwards. Swaps over to the UMP, and he will drop as soon as that happens. Now VSA, last player alive. Some damage has been done, but if you could do any more, that would be absolutely great. Especially taking away those AKs, make this as expensive as possible. No kit, no utility though, and no armor. VSA is going to take this wide peek, spots out one, and he swaps a little bit early. Guisharo picks up a second frag in the round, and Gale Force start off 3 to zip as we enter the buy rounds. Looks like it's going to be M4s across the board, unless an AWP is going to be dropped over for the CT side, but no, not going to happen. No glass cannon to start things off. They're going to play this one safe. Meanwhile, Gale Force Three AKs bought up, 4 of those in fact. Mark E gonna be relegated down to just the UMP. Did he have cash for more, or does he just want to make some bank? He wants to make some money. That man has 4,800 bucks left at the end of the buy. Down towards connector, it's Tutehan. I believe, actually, there's a lot of pressure going on over towards Fountain. Smoked off at the time being, and through the smoke, Johnny Boy is going to find Moose's head. Ace and VSA playing in close. Ace going to be trying to work off of that flashbang with the smoke still pluming. Here's the shots ringing out. Smoke phase. Johnny Boy gets himself another one. That's going to leave one more player up close. Molotov flushes him out. He has to make this engagement, and he will fall. That leaves just the 2 players for Rise Nation over towards the B bomb side. Dazzle's rotating over. But the one staying behind might be a good choice, actually. Very decent read. As Tutehan and Marquis start heading back over towards the B side of things. Now, John G's head is back to the B side, so anyone could have got past towards Monster. He's going to line himself over towards Tunnel. 55 seconds left for Gale Force to get on this side. It would be asking a lot just to get a couple frags on the Gale Force right now, so asking to win the round would be nigh impossible. But John G might catch a few of these players off guard as they work. You can see the X-ray huddled up. They might just line up for him, but they're watching it. They check it, and immediately he goes down, leaving only Dazzle alive. He's going to try and save this M4. I would assume his loss bonus will only be on 4 rounds. Would not be enough to really buy up. And the next, Guishoro goes hunting, and he gives over a free AK. But now, I assume the rest of these players will go in search of him. Tommy already up towards the A side of things. Over towards CT spawn. Let's see if he goes with the long route. Try and pincer in on this player. Yeah, already. Tutehan up close. Dazzle's going to take the engagement, and he finds the frag. Backs off just in time as Tommy starts wandering around towards short. Holding this close off. Angle finds one. Spray down comes through as well. 2 more players drop, and now it's just the M4. Marquis picked this one up, and he will end the round a little bit earlier than necessary. But definitely made it costly there. Dazzle picking up quite a few. And here we see the last 2 of those picked on up. And thankfully I fixed the weird double audio issue. It was coming with the replays. I found out that OBS, even if you mute the source and you have it completely muted, silence, no output, as long as it says show to stream, if you have more than 1 replay, it will make that weird little glitch we had yesterday. So that is rectified. All shall be good today, and no ace. To answer your question, MGPT. Dazzle, down towards connector. Tutehan did take a peek that way, but not going to commit to it. Marquis still holding on this lurk play. Spoke out over the top. Where did that go? Over towards just on sight. Kind of a strange smoke to throw. But he ditches out just after that. Dazzle holding the closest over towards connector. Moose rotating back over towards A. All of the T side currently posted up, making the way. Might be going towards long. Yeah, 4 players headed that way. They're going to leave Mark E at the top of connector. At least for the time being. Dazzle getting antsy, taking a peek on out. Moose, sole player on the bomb site. Ace coming to join him now, but a lot of these players can be up close and personal soon. Dazzle manages to find one coming out of connector. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that one. So that might make Gale Force pay a little bit more attention to the backside, but still, Guishoro in the front. He's going to find the first one to get entrance onto the bomb site. Now, Jonji and Moose in the smoke. VSA is the one getting tapped on down. Now, Jonji, he finds 2 somehow, leaving only Johnny Boy alive. On just a eco round, Moose finds himself another. 2 for him, 2 for Jonji. Dazzle got the first. Somehow turn it around with a bunch of CZs and I think it was a 157. Interesting turnaround here. Let's see if they can actually string some momentum off of it. They would have had full round loss bonus had they lost that, so we've seen a buy round either way. Now, finally, Ace gets the AWP out. Gale Force juggling around a couple weapons, trying to balance out the economy. Actually, let's take a look over towards their spawn. They barely left yet. Is Tommy only going to be working with the Deagle? He is indeed. 3 AKs on top of that. Johnny Boy, well, he's not going to go down. It's going to be Mark E to find Dazzle through the wall right there. Very dangerous spray that might suggest to them that more players are over here than there actually are, as Marky has been playing this lurk role. Finally, though, see one of these players push forward. That's just Tommy with the Deagle, trying to work over towards connector, being a little bit antsy as Dazzle was there in the previous round, but the closest player right now, that will be Ace. As a little bit of backup as well, VSA just over his shoulder. Now Marky looked like he was readjusting. He might actually be going to feel this one out. He might get rewarded for it. 2 spot at the top of the head. Beautiful frag right there on a John G. Tommy firing away, trying to go through that plywood. Only one player on site, and that is Moose. He is definitely backed up. He's going to off flash himself in. Might be perfectly timed, and it is, but somehow Marquis turned just in time. Avoided the majority of the flash, and he takes out Moose, leaving only 2 players alive for Rise Nation. That's Ace. He's firing through the smoke right now, joined by VSA. They are getting the hell out of Dodge. This round is already over. Immediately reset after picking up the eco. That's going to take some of the wind out of their sails there. So, bomb planted. Should be ticking on down shortly. They're not set up for exit frags or anything. They're just hoping to hold on to these. Tutehan starting to come on out. Johnny Boy as well, now being joined by Tommy. They're going to make these guys work to hold on to these rifles. ESA spots it. There goes Tutehan. That's 1. But now 2 players over towards Long. He's currently smoked off. Last 2 players for Gale Force are only back in T-spawn, so they can't get here in time. Through the smoke, Tommy's going to spray down. ESA does jump over. It looks like he's going to be able to save this. Just barely, though. Oh my god! Another split second. They would have lost one of those. I think it was VSA. They still have enough to force up into this, though. Op is still on the CT side. Currently laying on the ground is, I believe, Ace threw it over an M4 to VSA. Rebuy comes up for Gale Force as well, looking healthy on their side. It's going to be John G and Dazzle holding down B, where right now it looks like it's going to be a hit over towards Monster. In construction, we have a couple players gathering on up. Marquis has that flashbang as a couple players start moving in towards tunnels. Spray down through construction, not going to find its mark from the CT side, but now here they come. Flashbangs over the top, smokes as well on site. Tutehan, first one in, does a fair bit of damage, but Guishoro still has not found Dazzle over towards the monster side, 79 HP, but he's going to get taken down immediately. Flashbang perfectly timed on a John G. Guishoro finds himself a second, opening up the bomb site. It's going to be 3v5 for the retake. If they even want to go for this, they're going to go for the boost. Actually, the boost was actually completely predicted. The Molotov came over the top immediately. So, fortunately for Rise Nation, did not go for that. They'll have to save these rifles now. And look at this. Already, Tommy is here, tucks himself over towards the restrooms, and I think he spotted them because he's taking a long position right now. Ace almost got caught off guard. Cool, perfect timing on the movement. Now Tutehan Guishoro clearing out some angles. VSA and Moose in restrooms. Ace trying to watch Dumpster from a bit of an off angle. He's going to get found out immediately, though, not watching his long. That's a free frag. Op has been dropped. Now Moose has to go over there for 40 HP towards Connector, while VSA tucks himself away safely. And a timeout going to be called right on time, actually. All too often we see these teams down in MDL area, like the Premier Leagues. They hold off so long in the timeouts. But Rise Nation, these guys are good. They know a bad situation when they see one, and, well, something is not working out for them. But for now, though, while they talk that over, we can take a look at Guishoro entering on in, getting these first 2 frags. Just enough room in the gap of this smoke. Catches Dazzle off guard. Nice follow-up there into John G, working off of his teammate's flash. Taking a look at the scoreboard, Dazzle topping off the charts on 6. It's not a lot going into round number 8, especially considering John G's down there at 5, and then the next couple players, 2, 2, and 1 respectively. They've got to wake up over there. But Guishoro currently on 9 frags in round number 8. That's something you want to hype up. So, they're just going to upgrade a couple pistols. Actually, no. That was a P2K that fooled me over there on the CT side. Full save aside from those 2 M4s they had saved. Ace tapping away. All he needs is a USB, it seems, but VSA drops one of those M4s at his feet as he falls shortly after. Moose might be able to find Marquis here. Meanwhile, John G on the rotate. Dazzle down here as well. Marquis still not pushing the matter, I should say. Now, John G taking some jump peeks, spots it out. Now he's trying to get across, and oh, Johnny boy. Narrowly missed that shot, I'd assume. Dazzle gets found out. Still only that USP to work with. Now Johnny boy trying to jump over the top of that smoke. Can't find anything. Goes for it again. But Moose has that M4 still. And put it to good use. But now Johnny boy on the rotate. Already 1 player down there in towards construction. Janji would love to go pick up one of those weapons, and I think he might be going for it. Yes, indeed he is. Moose has a kit, a couple flashbangs, might be able to get some miracle play out of this. It's going to be 2v3 with Janji on the glass cannon. Moose is already trying to contest this. I believe that was Tommy right there at the back. A pillar didn't want to take the engagement. Johnny Boy might scope in and try for something soon. Currently holding over towards Graffiti as Janji has picked up a kit and an AK. Some Moose just posted up, waiting for any aggression. Janji setting up for some exit frags, I would assume. Just trying to do some damage this round. Let that bank build up. Flashbang out. Johnny Boy, what is going on right there, Johnny Boy? That's going to be a nice frag for Janji. Nothing hit him now, and now Moose is coming on in. Moose finds one, and it's all up to Tommy now in a round that I thought should have been done and dusted. Tommy finds one, spray comes out, and Moose clutches it out, and somehow Rise Nation win another eco by only saving 2 M4s, and Moose on 2 HP. Beautiful stuff right there. Now, if only they can make that kind of thing happen during actual buy rounds. Here we go. On the replay. Look at this. Janji seemed like it was perfectly lined up. You could hear the shot ring out back before the replay. Must have just narrowly missed it yet again. So my faith in Johnny Boy, it's kind of wavering right now. He's up on 5 frags. I don't think either of those were actually from an op. Mark E. Standard play, head over towards B to Tahan. Might get challenged on this angle. Molotov in hand, now Moose knows he's here. Just back off, throw a smoke down on that. But meanwhile, Janji actually got aggressive over towards Monster. I was too focused on this, where Ace might be challenged quite soon. VSA is here to back him up. Footsteps heard. Waiting for the flash of the top is what I'm guessing VSA is doing, but Ace first point of contact finds the first one. Now VSA has him distracted, spots at the head of Johnny Boy, and he's going to try and go for a second. Wisho is going to punish that though. Back to a 3v3. Make that a 3v2 as immediately Ace gets found out by Mark E. That lurk paying off yet again. It's going to have Dazzle rotate all the way back through T-spawn. Moose grabbing this AWP as well as the one that Dazzle has in hand. So if Moose can't shut this down, they're going to be retaking with a double op. Bomb has not been spotted yet, so Dazzle just kind of lurking over towards T side. Moose has eyes on short. I'm trying to stay quiet just to see if we can actually hear their footsteps from his position, but they're being very careful. Footsteps have not been heard. Moose still trained on that short position, but 35 seconds left. He might think about falling back to site soon. So he's going to take a little information peek, and then he might turn around. If you're cheering for Rise Nation, you would really hope he turns around in short. And he will now as he hears those flashbangs pop over the top. It's going to be a nade raining on in on him. Gashiro does some damage, and the nade will finish it. That'll be just Dazzle, who was going to throw away for the AK. But as soon as his teammate dropped, that was the end of the round. Once again, Rise Nation win an eco. They're going to lose this. Gale Force's money is so low, I do not believe they would go hunting. That would be an exemplary show of like disrespect if they went for that. And look at this, Mark E. Well, for a second, looked like he was going to go for the hunt. Instead, going to grab the AWP. He can throw that back towards Johnny Boy in the next round.
Terrorists win.
All right, Rise Nation. Starting to feel this one slip away from them. In round number 10 on the CT side, Gale Force already have a very healthy 7 rounds on T side. VSA sitting down there on 2 frags, Ace on 4. Not much of their entire team actually doing too much better, but Guishoro up on 12 in round number 10. Mark E, 10 for himself as well. That lurk roll really paying off for him this map. And I'm going to double check really quickly. I thought this was Rise Nation's pick, but at this point I'm starting to second guess that. Okay, no, this is Gale Force's pick. I need to update that. That makes a lot more sense now. Oh, beautiful double frags going the way of either team right there. He's changing the opper for the CT side. That was one of the few weapons they had in this round as well. Moose, he bought himself this M4. He's gonna get boosted on. Oh, no, Moose. Hooves are a little slippery today. So he's not gonna make that jump. No one to spot there, anyways. However, Tommy, the rest of the crew. Currently huddling up back by T-spawn with a minute 10 left in the round. That'll give me time to tab out and update this command that I completely beefed. Now, Pushing on in, 2 players on site. Janji with the deagle. Oh, not leading them enough. Has great pacing with the trigger. Not gonna hit though. It's Shoro to get that second frag on site. Johnny Boy finding another one on the lurk. Now it's only VSA coming straight out of Graffiti. And well, just a P2K to work with. Sorry, P250. MTBD have not updated it yet. Hold up. Let me do that right now. Alright, command updated. Rise Nation, well, they're on an eco again, so I'm guessing they'll just win this one. Getting aggressive. Spray comes through, doing a little bit of damage on a couple of those players. Actually, Janji down on 78, Moose on 86, just from that one spray from Marquis. Footsteps may have been heard as they're actually falling back to collect the bomb. But Tommy's already in on site. Moose is going to swing around, try and find this, and that he does. Finds a bullet in the face. Johnny finds the second one. Dazzle taps away, finds himself a twofer. Now it's going to be Dazzle. Good game sense right here. Spots up Shoro and finds himself a third. Is he going to ace this with the CZ? Right now he's going to go find himself some upgraded weaponry, but Janji up here with this P2K. Has that headshot angled lined up, but it's so difficult with this weapon. Low HP on that player, though. It was only 56 HP for a Tutehan, and I think they're trying to be tricky right now. Oh, this could come back to haunt them. Gale Force deciding to go over towards Walkway. Tuck themselves up into tunnels. Janji has a great read on this. He's going to try post up and off angle. Hears them going up the stairs. Tells his teammate this is going to be good. Janji lets them pass, actually. Lets them think it's safe. They're going to drop a smoke and try and plant the bomb. Oh, this is beautiful. Janji flicks over. This is kind of messy, but he does get it in the end. Now it's going to be Dazzle. He is here from short. Janji trying to pincer on in. We're going to the clutch cam. Tutehan finds the first frag he needs into a 1v1. Headshot could win this, but he is so low health. Dazzle's going to find it. Look at that. 4K on the eco. Once again, Rise Nation doing it. This is some strange, silly CS right now, as Pansy would say. Alright. My pro tip to Rise Nation now, just don't buy anything but CZs. You're doing fine with those. They can't seem to get anything working. Any real weaponry. However, Dazzle going to hold on the AK. Ace gets the op back out. 3 M4s across the board for everyone else. Meanwhile, on the terrorist side, op back for Johnny Boy. Hasn't been too hot with it so far. I think he's only got one decent frag, trading out Dazzle. Now, Rise Nation, their goal is to not get reset. Nobody peeking over towards mid. Instead, VSA gonna hide behind this tree. Ace here to play a bit of a bait for him. Hits the shot. Now VSA peeks out, but Johnny Boy, there we go. He's heating up. You heard me talking trash about him. So headshot through VSA. It's gonna be man advantage still for Rise Nation, but the bomb has been spotted over towards long. Johnny Boy's gonna go pick that up while they send Marquis over towards Connector. Dazzle was taking some jump peeks, taking a look at that earlier on. Marquis is gonna make his way up towards Connector, where Tommy is currently moving in towards restrooms. Yeah, Jose, I updated the command, but thank you for keeping me honest, keeping me correct. Appreciate that. Yeah, Ace was thinking about throwing out the molly, trying to slow things down with that smoke. That's gonna let him keep that for at least a minute. Now, Molotov will come out just in case anyone wants to try and push through that. But that'll just ward Tommy off for a few more seconds, as the bomb has been dropped back by short, and they want to keep an eye back towards Connector in case Rise Nation want to get aggressive, which they actually haven't done quite yet. Only on those eco rounds, and that's actually been paying off for them. I think if you're down this many rounds, maybe you want to get aggressive. Flash, gonna come over the top. Moose was up close. He's gonna go down immediately. Now it's Ace trying to hold off 3 players as they pincer on in. His team will be here in about 4 or 5 seconds, but his bomb's gonna be planted. Ace looks away at the wrong time, spotted out, flicks over again on the timing working against him. Marquis and Tommy, well, they're working against them as well, picking up those final 2 frags to help Gale Force extend their lead by 6 rounds, now going in at round number 13, which will put Rise Nation on an eco again. Dazzle's gonna get the hero M4, and he deserves it, actually. Oh, maybe not. He's gonna toss that up. Okay, he catches it. Drops a FAMAS as well. Bit of a force spy coming up here. MP5 is going to be picked up by... What's MP5? UMP. Wow, I had a 1.6 memory just now. That was horrible. I went time travel. So, VSEA think he took that fast peek, but Ace has the deagle, so he's going to go in for this. There's a player just to his left. I don't believe he spotted this one out. Looks like Wishoro knows it. Ace fires off with the deagle, puts himself a little bit too close, but VSA with the UMP finds Wishoro. Opening frag yet again for Rise Nation, but they do drop Tommy and VSA as he tries to round back towards the corner. Moose going to be the last player on this A-bomb site. Bomb still not spotted, so John G going to take a little bit of an aggressive peek over towards Monster, while Dazzle is the same over towards Tunnels. Not spotting out anything. Mark E on the lurk. It looks like the rotation's actually be coming back over either towards Connector or over towards B. Minute, actually just over a minute for Gale Force to choose. Rise Nation, they do have this kit. Barely any utility. That one Molotov, one flashbang. Dazzle working his way up towards Connector. As John G tucks himself back over here too, they might be misreading this very heavily. They think it's going to be an A play. Moose tucked over here by Optimus. John G going to fall off. Good timing as well. Checking all the corners, being extra safe. Now John G spots the feet, gets punished for it, gets some info though. I believe he spotted the bomb as well. One more player's already here with him, and one player's out on the flank. That's going to be Dazzle finds 1, 2, does so much more damage. And now on site, Moose finishes off one of those. And what just happened? They can only win ecos. Rise, what is going on with you today? This is some strange CS. I don't even know what to say right now. But Gale Force, they'll have another bye in them. Going into round number 14, they lose this one. Well, they'll be on 1 eco. We'll see how that works out from T side. It'll be their first one. Ace even gets out the op, so does Johnny Boy on the T side. Now Ace taking an aggressive peek down towards Connector. Is Marky actually going to challenge this? Right now, we've got a couple players lined up towards Monster and Construction. So John G going to try and slow this down with the Molotov. I wonder if Ace is actually hurt out right there. He just scoped back in. No one challenging it quite yet. Marky is on the lurk though, but Shoro up close and personal finds John G. He's going to get dropped on down. Dazzle back behind. Toxic gets immediately upped. Who was that? By Johnny Boy Moose, last player on site. Ace does find the lurk from Tommy. Marky spotted out. Beautiful headshot by him. He'll be back down to a 2v2, but Marky is only on 5 HP. Ace on 66 already missed his first shot. Gave away the position with the AWP. And there's no weapon around for him to try and recover to go for a rifle or anything like that. Johnny Boy pushes through the smoke. Ace finally finds himself a rifle, but they are coming right behind him, and I don't believe they know the site is cleared yet. VSA is finally on in here. Ace finds one behind him, and now he's going to try and play this one safe. Has the kit. He's going to try and stick this. VSA has to try and back him up, and Johnny Boy is going to say no, so now it's VSA's turn. Has the kit. Is he going to try and stick this? He fakes it. Pop flash comes over. He does get it. Does he have enough time? It's going to be so close, and he does not, so he's just going to die. He doesn't have enough time to get away either. He knows it. Weapon juggles his way on out, and Rise Nation lose yet another buy round and are reset yet again. They will have enough money to force up for a half-decent buy here. Some CZs, which apparently they're best at. Moose gets the Hero M4, 2 scouts for Ace and VSA. Meanwhile, Tommy's actually, it's been kept expensive enough for them to actually get Gale Force down on a weaker buy. UMP for Tommy, Tutehen on a Galil. 3 AKs, lacking a fair bit of utility, but not nearly as much as Rise Nation. Just a handful of smokes. VSA misses his first shot, flashed off, he will fall. VSA, though, I'm going to try and get some information. Going over towards Playground side. But boost going up, highly expected. Perfectly read from Gale Force right there. So he gets some more info, but he has to fall back himself. Taking a hearty amount of damage in the process. Marky doesn't feel like lurking anymore. Had a good read as John G pushed forward. Now Dazzle, he might be able to find something now as Tutehen on the opposite side of this door. Dazzle not making a sound with any of those jumps. You can tell that Tutehen very wary of that door. Ace about to get smashed right in the face with the Molotov, backs up just enough. And Dazzle still not pushing in on this. Very interesting. He doesn't know how perfect the timing would be. That is the benefit of being a spectator, being able to see through walls, all that jazz. But VSA saw the jump, eked, looked up top, and well, he bit Johnny Boy's bait right there. Now who is this? It's Tommy up close. He's gonna find one, but Moose swings away with that M4, finds it, and brings it back to a 3v3. And Ace actually finds one over towards Long. It's gonna leave 2 players left alive for Gale Force. Just the Galil of Tutehen and Johnny Boy. One more smoke left as well. They do have the bomb in hand, but look at this. Dazzle with the CZ. He's been godly with the day. Finds one. Heavy damage done, and that will be finished off by Moose. So Rise Nation put themselves up onto 5 rounds on the CT side. It's not the best, But at least they got something going there near the end. A little bit of momentum, I guess you could say. Not letting 2 rounds between every single round, but not stringing a single round back to back. Now swapping over, maybe Rise Nation definitely more T-sided. Find out shortly as the buy does come through. VSA is going to take the hit. Got the smoke and flashbang for his team. Oh, Guishoro. He bought dualies. We're going to be on the dually cam. And actually a bit of a strange buy on top of that. He got dropped those dualies. Tommy bought himself a nade on top of it, while Johnny got himself a smoke and a kit. Xavier K9, thank you, man. Be sure to drop a follow if you like what you're hearing. And actually, if you don't like what you're hearing, still drop a follow. It's cool. Guishoro with the dualies. 1 kill gonna go his way. And would have done some more damage there. Actually, I think Tommy saved, if anything, and well, 2 frags with the dualies. I used to criticize these more, but Guishoro, he's one of the only players who's actually been making it work. Let's take a look at those 2 frags. Maybe he can put together a dualies highlight. He probably could have got a lot more at tommying up and stealing those, but it could have gone either way. God, I hate seeing them work. They're so silly. They used to be decent like 1.6 when everyone bound their mouse wheel to shoot, but either way, Gale forced to pick up the 2nd pistol round. And they must have heard something. Yeah, they heard Dazzle charging up connector. They fall off immediately. They want to put as much distance as they can between these CZs, which they can just assume Rise Nation are going to buy every single round. 3 of those and 2 P250s, and there you see, 1 works immediately. John G finds 1 kill, almost a 2nd. Johnny Boy falls off just in time, and Tommy's here to save him. Finally, he will fall. Tommy trying to get a 2nd frag here, and he will before he drops as well. Down to a 2v2. Rise Nation once again doing work on the eco. UMP picked up by VSA as 1 flashbang as well. Moose, they can look over towards Sort, trying to get back into restrooms. Guishoro, that's going to be a free kill, is what I was going to say, but VSA managed to stay alive for a bit longer than you should expect, and Moose swings around, taps away at that CZ, and now Marquis has to play this little game of chicken, and Marquis not even dicking around, he's going right on in for it, not going to try and fake anything, and Moose, he gets the frag. That's going to be his 3rd of the round with the CZ. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but this is not what the Counter-Strike I think anybody expected to see tonight, where Rise Nation are winning 6 rounds and 5 of them are all in ecos. So they pick up that FAMAS last second. They'll toss that over towards Dazzle. Galil gets bought up. UMP, AK as well. Ace is going to be on Mac 10. Bit of a thrift store buys. Thrift store buy, I should say. But now it's Gale Force's turn. They get the ecos out. 4 CZs, 1 Deco. Deagle. Wow, sorry, I was reading off the chat right there. Compounded a little bit of a word there. The Deco. I like that. That could actually be a thing. Sadokist has his Jaden round where everyone buys UMPs. You know, I'm getting the Deco round once everyone goes 5 Deagles again, once that's back in the standard meta. Which is kind of how Immortals do it. Or ex-Immortals. I don't know, once Favela comes back. Once Via mix. Oh, they're going to be my favorite team once they're back. I dream about it sometimes. But Moose spotted out 1 player, and they're gonna smoke that one off. Moose, almost looked like he was tabbed. Alright, yeah. I think that was through Monster. It had to be. It almost looked like it was from Tunnel for some strange reason. Guishoro peeks up over the top. They love doing this. Falls off just in time as 3 players start pushing out through connector. It's going to be hard-pressed to try and stay alive right here, but Guishoro gets 1. Tommy trades it out on top of it and finds himself even more. And that's going to be Dazzle go down. Tommy finds 1 more. 2 players left alive. John G and Moose tucked away towards construction. They're in a dire position. They're going to try and fall out tunnel. There is a player close to this. But Marquis actually not holding up close. It's going to be John G going in first. Oh, Moose! Moose gets a triple kill, but one of them happens to be his teammate. But he's going to get out on sight up against these CZs and Deagles. Oh, tag down. 18 HP, and oh, right as he's about to plant the bomb to Taehan, well, they show that, yeah, you can win ecos, we can win ecos too. It's just turning into some straight up NACS, which is kind of strange as one of these teams is, you know, Argentinian, I think? Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. But here we see the first replay, and then we see Moose Well, he gives him the juice, but he also takes down Janji with him. Valve, Vovo, please nerf the CZ. These are not the rounds that we want in Counter-Strike. Guishoro taking the jump peek over the top, spots out nothing as all 5 players for Rise Nation, as they're on the eco again. You know, I bet they'd win this one as well. Dazzle, though, going to be tagged on down at 10 HP, and Janji will fall, so 3v5 already. Well, no, 4v5, effectively. And he's going to swap out to the Deagle, making some noise at short, letting Moose crawl up. CZ sprays out, but he has no body armor, so he's going to... Oh, wait, he did have body armor. So it's Ace that no body armor, and he's got that Deagle. Johnny Boy's going to find him and Moose. Little double headshot with FAMAS. Tommy finds one more, only VSA left live, and he's doing the flashbang dance over there towards stairs. This will be one eco that is not going to go the way of Rise Nation. And taking a look at the scoreboard, holy crap, Dazzle's on 17 frags. You take a look at the other end of that scoreboard, VSA on 5. And, you know, we can use the whole he's the in-game leader excuse, but that only goes so far. Ace, everyone's been hyping him up as this crazy all-star opper, and, well, he's shown some great promise. However, not so much on this map. It would be good to reiterate, though, this is Gale Force's pick, and they're up on 13 rounds to the 6 of Rise Nation. We're on basically a full buy. I think they've got 2 P250s, and I think one of those players is actually just spotted out. Nade will be thrown by Johnny Boy, and a smoke as well. Closest player to him is Tutehan. Has salvaged up that AK-47, spots out Janji. Takes out Janji, spots out one more, and there goes VSA as well, and swings over spray. Well, that's a nice, easy triple for him. Meanwhile, Dazzle finds one up towards connector, getting sprayed down through the wall. He will fall. At least Moose, with his beautiful-looking Glock fade. See, well, he goes to scrounge up any beer, plays around that party area. Nothing to be had, so he's going to try his damnedest. Has the bomb in hand. Well, now he's just going fast. Wants to get this Deagle? I don't know, P250. Not going to do much with it, though. Guishoro picks up his first frag of the round. The UMP builds up a bit of extra bank. And we can take a look at the replay, where Tutehan takes his first triple. Yeah, no armor, so these players absolutely just melted. Still, good spray control nonetheless. Now Rise Nation back on the buy. 4 AKs. Ace has the op back out. For Gale Force, 3 players holding on the A side. It's going to be Mark E and Guishoro over towards B. Moose playing a flank over there. But Johnny Boy taking a quick little aggressive push. Throws out some utility. It's going to be VSA to drop. Tutehan to answer that one back. Now smoke thrown out. Oh, this could be dangerous to these players. Okay, good. Johnny Boy backed off. This one's actually coming up connector as we speak. Tutehan gets stuck on the rock momentarily. He'll be backing on up. My replay is dark. Go days to differentiate from the actual stream. I might change that, though. It's not supposed to be as dark as it actually is. It used to be different, but I just redo everything. Now Johnny Boy on site, watching over toward short. Tutehan joining him as well. Maybe a mistiming as currently Janji pushing forward. Getting out towards longs. They've given up that entire angle, and they've got a nice 2-stack on either side. Crossfire set up over on B. But Johnny Boy, a little bit nervous. Too many angles to cover. He's got to swap back and forth. I don't like this setup right here. For now, though, smoked off over towards long, and I believe, yeah, Mark E was thinking about rotating, and he's going to commit to it now. 30 seconds left. Bomb's up and spotted. Janji is out. It's going to be Johnny Boy to find the first frag of the UMP. There's actually an op there for him to pick up, but Dazzle's going to put one down. Now through the smoke, not caught out. Finally swaps over. Marky gets caught out. That's going to be 2v2 for the retake. Wait, no, bomb has actually been dropped, not landed, and there's going to be picked up with Janji. He trades it out immediately. Guishoro coming up long. Janji goes for the fake. Guishoro too far off to actually do anything about it. Actually, he's got the CZ and the UMP. He's going for the CZ. There's an AK right there I'm going to pick up if he wants to, but I believe they both spotted each other out. That Molotov might have something to say about this. Swaps over to the UMP, swings wide, and Janji takes it. That's the second 5 round that Rise Nations have actually bought back. We might see a bit of a comeback now. If they get reset here, it's going to be done and dust as they'll put Gale Force up onto the 15th round. We will see what happens. The buy comes back out. They've got a lot to reinvest. Look at that. Ace relegated just to a Galil. AK for VSA. bit of weapon juggling. It's Gale Force, the single op on Johnny Boy. Gets M4s for everyone else. Fully stocked up, fully kitted. Tutehan doesn't want to take that challenge. They're going to fall back as Johnny Boy, I believe, missed his op shot. Saw a couple players push forward over towards Fountain. Meanwhile, Dazzle has made some map control. Peeking up through connector. Tommy taking some jump peeks, not spotting anything out. I believe that's Moose has been on the flank there for the team of Rise Nation. Dazzle clearing out connector. It's going to allow him up completely for free. Tutehan over towards Long, and Johnny Boy. Oh, scopes out just at the wrong time. He's going to recommit to it now. Here's the shots ringing out from short. Nobody currently peeking up through restrooms quite yet. Might be challenged soon. There's a couple players have been making their way up Long. And still 3 players stacked up from Gale Force over towards B. And as I say that, looks like Tommy's going to be joining them shortly. Oh, I believe Tutehan heard that. Failed jump is going to get flashed on over, and he doesn't get the spray down. BSA takes his head clean off. Johnny Boy finds one more, though. Hits the second, but not enough to kill him. Dazzle will take that. Finished off by Tommy. That'll call Guishoro in on through the rotate. Marquis joining him as well. Tommy over towards Long, gets taken out immediately. Marquis decides to not wait for his teammate, but Guishoro is over there towards short, and he actually found Moose on the flank, leaving only Ace alive. 30 seconds left. Bomb out of his... Oh, sorry. Bomb in his hands. No smoke, though. Can't plant this safely. Tries to take this engagement with Marquis, gets tacked out of 47 HP, turns around, finds Guishoro, and he will drop. Gale Force reset Rise Nation yet again. This entire map, they have not got a single round back-to-back, and that's not going to happen at all. Unless they take it all the way back to overtime. They would need 8 rounds in a row from the T side using only pistols. But, you know, they've done stranger things with pistols. 2 P250s, 1 Deagle, 2 CZs. It's going to be a 5-man rush over towards B. I think they're just looking to get this done with as fast as possible. Pushing through the Molotov, into the nade. Marquis is going to roast and toast John G down, but Dazzle does get the initial frag. Now another smoke, trying to escape this. AK spray comes through, finds one through the smoke, does heavy amounts of damage, swaps over to the USB, but it's Tommy to get that frag, and the second. Dazzle being the last one alive. 1v4, make that 1v3, trying his damnedest. Dazzle went up onto 23 kills that round. Actually tying Tommy, who's topped the charts for Gale Force, but dropping a 2-bomb was not enough. Rise Nation, they'll be going over towards the next map, which will be Mirage. And hopefully, for their sakes, they can do a little bit better. So once again, I'm Insomnia. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be going on to map 2 shortly. I'm going to throw it to music, update the scores and all that jazz. Drop a follow. Alright, 9 out of 10 players readying on up. Apparently the Moose is tired, and then VSA is AFK after he asks us to ready up. The mind games are in full effect right now. Also, I'd like to say right now, thank you guys for chilling with me tonight. I know you have your choice of casters tonight. Strong Legs is streaming, Magic Helmet streaming. But you guys, you chose to be here. Warms my frozen, broken little heart. Although that might also be the rum. Alright guys, let me know. Is this camera smooth a little too weird? I know sometimes, like, tournaments, they go fucking crazy with their smooths, and there's back flips and barrel rolls and stuff. But it's this one I'm about to do right now for jungle. Is this too much? This is one, it's more cinematic. I'm probably not going to use it during the round, but that's not going to make anyone motion sick, right? I'll do it one more time. I just thought this was really nice to do for when smokes are coming through, and like, wow, they'll just plume right now and look all cinematic and beautiful. Like, I like this one. I don't think it goes overboard. I'm trying to be tasteful with my camera smooths. I'm trying to run boost each other pre-game. Even Moose is confused. Oh wait, no, he's getting stuck. Where is the Mooster? Oh, the numbers don't actually correspond to. They're weird. Oh, that's because there's like 7 players on CT technically. Yeah, I redid a couple of my smooths on this map because I didn't like all of them. I got a few new ones as well. It's ramp. I got this classy one. Shows you all the post-plant positions. What I've enjoyed about making these, because it kind of reflects on the observer, like who makes them and stuff. I've been really proud because I've been made all of my own. I didn't take any inspiration from anyone. As I watch more and more tournaments after making them, I'm like, holy crap, look at that. Prius made the exact same one as I did, or something like that. Although that does kind of, like there's this one. Every single, no, not that one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was thinking of Inferno. There's one on Inferno that every single observer has one that's almost exactly the same. Because it's like the obvious shot. So I gotta go back to Inferno and dick around for like a nice hour. Try and up the game of TC camera smooths. I don't know if you guys were watching Epicenter or IEM. Which one was it? I think it was Oakland. They started using something called HLAE. I think it's like Half-Life After Effects. You can get different camera smooths. Because at this, it's one route. You can only do one route in them. They found a way to just go in and out and zigzagging left and right. And I don't think I can do that on GoTo. You have to be server side for that. But god damn it, some of those were not pretty. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gents, here on map number 2, Rise Nation's pick here on Mirage. After a healthy beatdown where they won, I believe, 85% of their rounds via ecos alone, Rise Nation will be looking to take this map back. They'll be knocked out here in CEVO main, putting Gale Force onto the finals, I believe. I need to double check the bracket. But Johnny Boy going to be taking the hit once again, getting the nade and the CZ. He's going to be tucking himself down through underpass. It's going to be Mark E holding the B bomb site. VSA gets spotted down, tagged with 72 HP, and immediately flashbang comes out. Mark E falls off site, immediately gets dropped on down. Quick on the rotate is Guishoro, but he does not want to challenge us quite yet, and he's getting challenged himself, and that is a mistake on their part. Do not screw with the Guishoro monster. Dazzle and Ace, they pay for it, and so does Janji. They didn't even get the bomb. Oh, they got the bomb plant at the last second. VSA getting challenged now. 24 HP left. Moose is the last player left alive. 1v3, he's going to get the first one, swings over wide. Playing over through window, nobody on the bomb quite yet. Guishoro on 17 HP, can he get the 4th frag he needs? He will indeed! Headshot through the wall, Guishoro gets the last frag needed, put himself up onto a 4K. Goddamn. Let's take a look at that. Guishoro showing them why they've won 3 out of 3 pistol rounds, mainly on the back of this man. They did not need to push him right here. I don't know what the call was, but they just gave him everything he needed. Now Moose tried to clutch this one out, but Guishoro with just 17 HP, easy peasy, through the wall. God damn. Now, Rise Nation, oh no, what are they? They're full tilt mode already? Already an AK bot up. There's actually one back at spawn as well. I believe they're throwing it to Janji because he's the only other player that has armor. So he's going to toss out the pistol. Oh god, and while we're looking at spawn, Guishoro, he got aggressive and he found Dazzle, who was way far away from the rest of his team after this weapon juggle's gone awry. And now we're missing all the frags. That's going to be 3 players left. VSA has recovered the AK up to the top of mid. I don't think he's going to get challenged on this, but oh, this is dangerous. Moose up here towards Palace. One player very close to him. The rest 2 over towards top of mid. This is not the start the Rise Nation we're looking for. Janji is going to find one towards top. Marquis swaps out, grabs the M4, I believe he hit a UMP, and he's going to get the first one he needs. One more spotted, that's the last. VSA does get that headshot, though. 1v3, up against UMPs. Gale Force would actually like to stall this out to try and recover some of these M4s, and there we go. Tutehen's found one. But there's one more for them to get. VSA has less than a minute to work with. This forced up AK. Looks like he's going to try and paddle his way back over towards A, where Tommy just cleared it on out, and he's going to think this is all clear. We'll see if he decides to hold this or not. Tutehen covering up mid. Johnny Boy in a bit of an odd area. They could actually get out apartments from here silently. That's why, just as I say that, he's counting down the time in his head, how long it would take for them to get to apps. So he does check in the back eventually, but Tutehen might spot out the shadow. Leg comes out. There it is. Keep 3 players alive. Recover one of the AKs as well. So nice upgrade there for Tommy Boy. Gale Force start off just like they did last map. 2-0. Rise Nation, the question is, will they force up again? They have a bit of cash to burn as they get one of those bomb plants. Ace might be able to get a couple pistols out for his teammate. I'd like to see them save as much as possible, though, especially after the last map. In the end, 4 P250s is going to be bought up. Ace saving all of that cash to get the op as soon as possible. They're going to send one player over towards A. It's going to be Moose up towards Palace. No one challenging that quite yet. Flashbang in towards ramp. Nothing home. It's going to be Guishoro and Mark E to be challenged unless these team of Rise Nation wants to go up through... Actually, they might be right now up through underpass. Janji in a great set to trade this out, but Johnny Boy gets himself a second. Great flick over. And now Johnny Boy, he wants more spots out the rotation as well. That was the bomb spotted. So now look at this Tutehen. Nate in, probably check that afterwards. Tommy Boy. Nice angle held right here. I think Tutehen thinks he heard something. But Tommy, he sees something and he gets himself a frag. VSA once again, last one alive. Does some heavy damage, but it's going to be a clean, crisp round for Gale Force. They pick themselves up a couple upgraded pistols for their troubles, and now, Rise Nation, they will be on the bye. AWP back out for Johnny Boy. He was a bit slow to start with the op last map. Heated up near the end, though. Ace never really got started. Now has a chance. Fast towards mid. 4 players stacked up. Last player is going to be John G. Johnny Boy actually took out Moose elsewhere, but Janji did open up the B-bomb site. We'll see if they can actually get up there on top of that. Now Dazzle trying to work his way up towards the window for a boost. Guishoro throws a flashbang on in, calls Johnny Boy to come aid him as well. But Dazzle over towards Connector might be found out by Tommy very soon. But it's going to be actually Guishoro first point of contact, swaps up towards the pistol. It's not going to be enough, and Johnny Boy has to capitalize on that. Plenty of damage done, still uses the op, spots it out, almost went cold zero for a second, and beautiful headshot there on a VSA. He's going to get traded out immediately there by Dazzle. One of two players left alive for both sides until Tommy takes out Ace, leaving only Dazzle alive in a 1v2. Bomb out of his hands, but a minute to work with. One smoke grenade. Tommy pre-firing all of the angles over there, while Johnny Boy takes up residence up in apartments. Dazzle up on Cat. And Tommy, well, finds him on the initial peak. Once again, Gale Force starting it strong, 4-0. Although it was here, on the eco round, that Rise Nation forced up and got their first round over on Overpass. And here comes the force up yet again. A couple CZs, P250s. They can get armor on all their players. Last round, over on Overpass, I think they only had 2 or 3 sets of armor. Armor up on all these players, 2 smokes as well. We'll see what VSA, the mastermind behind Rise Nation, can do. They need to start getting some rounds under their belt and win them back-to-back, which is something they could not do last map. Looks like a heavy underpass play. They start slowing it down, but footsteps are made, so Guishoro can expect this. Surprised Tommy's not taking a look at it quite yet. He's currently stuck in Sandwich, might be taking a look over there shortly. Johnny Boy, I don't even know where that frag came from, but Guishoro, second player up, knows the boost coming through, and Janji with a beautiful 1-dig up on Guishoro. He'll even things out. Meanwhile, trades are coming through over on the A bomb site. It's going to be Janji who's left alive, pincered over here towards window. I don't believe Marquis has heard this quite yet, but Moose has actually been trying to do a solo bomb plant. Send a fake, and jumping across. Marquis didn't hear this. I think that Gale Force is a little bit confused on what's happening right now, and in the end, it's going to be Moose to find one, and it's exactly a repeat of last round, unless Tommy can come out big in a 1v2 situation. But look at this, Janji found himself an op, Moose found himself an M4. He's going to be holding that over towards Cat. Tommy announcing himself entirely, sprinting wide over there, and Janji is going to get the final shot in a complete carbon copy of Overpass. Rise Nation win an eco. The question now is, can they actually get the round after this, or will Gale Force reset them? Their money isn't perfect, but they can still drop, as Tommy has 7,500. They can make this one work. M4s come out. Marquis gets himself a CZ, who's been the weapon of the night. Guishoro on a scout, which I have not seen him use in quite a while. Nothing actually comes to mind when I think about it either. So we'll see what he can do with that. It's going to be Dazzle to start things off. Actually missed that one as Johnny Boy took a peek over the window. Gets dropped out immediately. Now Tommy, next point of contact. Completely flashbang. Somehow he doesn't take any of that damage. Hold on a second, the HUD broke. Guishoro does find one from window with that scout though. Wish we would have seen that. Molotov comes through, he's going to be pushed off. Tommy's still idling behind that crate. In the smoke, he's going to dip on out. Now Tutehen been holding this angle all round, and it might finally come to fruition. Is one pushing up through. Spray comes through from Tommy, gets tucked back in towards that cubby area. Flashbang out, not soon enough. VSA takes that frag. Now Tutehen, will his patience pay off? Still has yet to move, and Moose, well, he found one on entry. It'll be 2v2 with a minute left on the ramp for Rise Nation to clear out this bomb site. Tutehen, kill for him. Knows one more is up in apartments. That's the last one. Spray comes through. Rise Nation on a split second away from getting the round reset on them yet again, but somehow Moose takes it. Now heavy damage done. Marquis swaps over to the CZ because you know that weapon's better than an op. It is the right move in the situation. I just find it funny at this point. Molotov comes through. Moose has to get the bomb. Swings right back over. 30 seconds left. He's going to try and take this engagement instead of going for the bomb plant. Flashbang over the top. Sticks it. Now Marquis tries to fake a drop, but that'll give it away. He hasn't gone down yet. Needs 1 or 2 of these bullets. I think 2 total, but a headshot. That'll do it in 1. Marquis, once again, helps Gale Force reset Rise Nation. Recovers the AWP again as well. Something tells me that Rise Nation is just not on their game tonight. Ace still sitting on 0 kills going into round number 7. Meanwhile, 3 players for Gale Force up on 7 frags, so decent ratio there. Now, Dazzle was top fragging last map. He had the 27 frags, which tied Gale Force, despite them winning 16-7. But now it's Janji's turn, kind of tying them up. 7 frags for that boy. Rise Nation, they do force up though. 4 AKs, P250 for VSA. Fast towards window is Tommy. Molotov's going to come out and see that pushes them off soon. But it's Tutehan I want to highlight right now. One of 2 players over on the A-bomb site. 3 players already up for Rise Nation on site. Johnny Boy smoked off. And Tommy going to find him. Or Tommy couldn't get found actually. Tutehan only managed to find 1 to trade that back. And Johnny Boy, he's flashed off. It'll be 3v4 to play for the retake as they're already on the bomb site. Moose has a great lurk right here up towards top of mid. Might find Guishoro. Did he spot it out? Yes, he did, but Guishoro's aim is stronger. He puts him down back into a 3v3 and make that 3v2 as Johnny Boy finds 1 there onto Dazzle. It is so hard having Johnny Boy and Jonji here. I gotta say that. Guishoro and Marquis, they finish off the last 2 bit. And that'll be Gale for us stringing 2 rounds together. Something Rise Nation has not managed to do all night. Well, here comes the BM from Guishoro. Spraying down in the body of the James Heineman. Rise Nation, they'll be back on the eco again. Moose has money for the Hero or Hero AK, I should say. Not gonna risk it this time though. Plays it safe, grabs himself a CZ. Ace, only the Glock, case to save for that op again. 1 smoke for him, 3 sets of armor. See what they decide to go for. This says A hit to me, especially when they stay in spawn this long. So lining up some smokes, Ace posting himself up towards Palace. Tutehan's gonna fall back, keep an eye on that, while Tommy is gonna molly that off for the time being. Try and slow this down. What? They've got to commit to it now. 3 players here on the A-bomb site. Tutehan pushing up close. Tutehan's actually going to roast one of them on down. It's going to be Tommy spraying the smoke, trying to connect. Plenty of damage has been done to Rise Nation. This first one's going to go down as they execute. Lurk did not pay off. That was Jonji to fall early in the round. 3v5. Make that 2v5 as we show the flank comes through with the MP9. And this guy is the monster, living up to his name. Building up that bank, and you can see Marky celebrating, dumping out a clip. Let's take a look at the replay. First one of the map. Kind of been spacing out on those. I don't like to highlight and replay every little thing, but, you know, the triple spray down with the MP9, 1 magazine. Yeah, that's replayable to me. Great spray control from Guishoro. Seven to 1 here. The classic Brazilian scoreline, despite no Brazilians being in server. But Guishoro topping out the charts. 12 frags, only 4 deaths on the 9th round. Early smoke out towards mid. That'll smoke off Cat. Marquis, though, he's going to get aggressive. He's got 2 players behind him as well. Spotted out the first jumping out. It's going to be Guishoro, first one there. Finds it with the MP. No, sorry, Marquis stole that from him. And then 3 frags in the blink of an eye go the way to Rise Nation. So Tutehan wrapping around over towards window. Johnny Boy up on Cat. Tutehan has a great chance. Turn Boy stable on for a split second. Going to back off that. So Tutehan, he's going to back off a window as well. And they might be thinking about saving this. How's the money looking? It's not great, but still 2v4. They're just not feeling it. Retaking with the op would be just a little bit too much to ask. So Gale Force, the nice guys that they are, going to let Rise Nation go up uncontested to a 2nd round. We've got Jonji questioning the visual capacity of his enemies. But if you're betting on Rise Nation, and the majority of people did, you might be second-guessing yourself now. Might be time to start busting out the prayer book. Hope that Rise Nation can string 2 rounds together. Let's see if they get reset now. Yeah, it would be pretty bad for them. They'd still have a 4 spy in the next round. But here's where it matters. They lose this one, I say they go full tilt. Like, that's just what happens. Not being able to string these rounds back to back, never being able to get any momentum on their side. Like, we had to kind of say they had momentum the latter half of Overpass just because they got 4 rounds. It's not enough, and they need more. Looks like it's gonna be another A hit. Let's see if they're lining up any smokes. They've got the utility, and they've got Moose. Well, currently smoked off at top of mid. It's gonna be Tutehan. Pushing up towards Palace soon, but Jonji enters on in. Tutehan a little bit slow. It's going to give one to Johnny Boy. Tutehan answers back. Johnny Boy finds himself a second. Tutehan tries to go in first, but it's actually Guishoro to find the lurker. It's only going to be VSA. One more time, and he drops. 4 players kept alive, and once again, Rise Nation cannot actually string rounds together. This is getting depressing. Even for me. Dazzle on 2 frags. He was on 27 on Overpass. That's what he ended at. 2 frags right now. Tied with Ace down there at the bottom of the charts. Alright, we're going to turn voice enable on to see if we can hear any tilt. And look at this. Moose, he got the hero AK. Tilt mode may have actually engaged. Bomb rotating down with Dazzle. I think he hears this jump. It's going to be Moose to find the first target of the AK over towards ramp, and Auto Director's drunk. Don't mind him. What was that? Went to the body after he had well died. Footsteps heard from both teams right here. Guisho going to be slowly backing up with that AK, or sorry, the AWP. It's Mark E coming up close to try and support him. But look at this. Dazzle's managed to get himself all the way back into market, but Tommy does answer back from Connector. 2 quick frags his way. Neither Auto Director or I saw that one coming. It's Moose over towards A, and VSA gets one over towards B. Gets himself 2, actually. That lurk not even paying off from Dazzle, just had them looking the wrong way. And once again... translation, please. I was hoping for some NA banter right there. Instead, we got to hear the Argentinian side. I have some comments on that round, as Tommy will be the last one alive. Posted up for some exit frags with this 8 HP. But Rise Nation will get one more round on the board. And this time, I was going to say resetting Gale Force, but no, they've had so much money built up by keeping 5, 4, 3 players alive. They've been doing a damn good job, so they'll be able to buy in the next round, especially with Tommy holding this, and DSA losing the rifle. Now Dazzle too far away to trade that one. Now Tommy's going to go himself, and no, I thought it was an AK. That's a free op. That'll make that even easier. It's a nice silver lining for Gale Force at the end of the round right there. They'll toss that over to Johnny Boy, which is actually perfect because he only had 3150. Would have got himself quite low. The rest of this team can easily buy up these M4s. As for this Rise Nation side, save 1 M4, get the op back in the hands of Ace. 3 AKs for the rest of them. Only lacking 2 grenades, so one of the best buys they've had all map. Now, Tommy was peeking that with the shoulder. Oh, that smoke did not go where they had wanted it to. Tommy has something to work off of. 3 players towards top of mid. They're going to re-smoke it once they realize they flubbed it, but Moose actually finds one entering on in from Palace. I think Johnny Boy may have peeked a little bit too far there, but Guishoro answers it back with one over towards mid. And, well, I'd be T-touring myself at this point. Moose finds himself another one through the smoke. I believe he tracked with the trajectory of that smoke. Now Marquis going to anchor down this B bomb side. Dazzle's given on up. 2 players left for the seat east side of Gale Force over towards A. The bomb is rotating. They'll be contesting up against 3 terrorists. Moose still smoked off at top of top of Palace. Well, Tommy has a decent read on this. Dazzle might give up this bomb immediately. Or sorry, not the bomb. Bomb carrier is actually back towards Ram. Guishoro gets antsy. He gets punished for it. Now Tommy, last chance, and he gets... I was going to say timing played against him. In the end, though, it's going to be Ace getting him all the way to the ramp. Marquis has something to say about this, though. Takes out Dazzle. Flashbang over the top might suggest he's a little bit closer. But timeout going to be called by Rise Nation, interestingly enough, despite them winning this round. Might be a tactical. Yeah, it says tactical. So Marquis looking to hold on to this M4. And I believe he shall. While Rise Nation, they win 2 rounds in a row for the first time tonight. That's the most hyped up I can be for these boys. I want to see this close match. I want to see this go all the way to map number 3, which will be Cobblestone. Which will be a perfect map for these 2 teams to play against each other. And there we have the bomb detonate. Rise Nation will go up to 4 rounds, going into round number 13. They've got themselves a timeout to work with here as well. So despite their back-to-back victory, they had something to talk about. Maybe they want to go over what went right, maybe tweak something ever so slightly. Because I don't think that round panned out how they expected it to. I think Moose just got 2 really nice entries over on A, called the rotation over. No trick plays there, just all-in-all solid entries. Looking at the money on Gale Force, though, they still have that M4 on Marquis. They'd want to buy up a little bit around it. Tommy with the 4150 could drop over quite a few pistols, and they can save for a fuller buy in round number 14. So even if they lose, they'd actually have decent money in that last round of the half. That's exactly what they're going to be doing, spreading that economy perfectly. Two CZs come out. Deagle for Guishoro, and Tommy's got himself a P2K. Let's see if he buys anything with that. Might be saving to get the op out for... Oh, nope. You can't leave spawn without something, can you? Last second, buys himself a Deagle and a Flash. Marky gets one for his troubles, traded out immediately by John G. Fully blind, has to get backed up a bit. Guisharo with this Deagle posting himself up close towards Cat. Angle's being held by VSA, who gets the shot immediately. Now Johnny Boy pushing up through apartments, getting a bit of information, while Tudehen does the same over towards A. So they could really work off this. Tommy, he's going to give it up over by Murder Hole. Post himself up by App. Spots the grenade coming through, but it's going to be Johnny Boy to find one from window. That's going to allow Tommy on out with the Deagle ringing out. Backs them up. Some heavy damage done on the Ace. 27 HP left on that player. Even less now. 7 left as he backs on out. So Tommy grabs himself an AK. No armor to work with, though. And now, looking the wrong way over towards the vent. He's going to drop that AK. Let Johnny pick that up. Taps away at the CZ. Now can be able to line up the shot. Now it's a 1v3. A couple of these players quite low, and there's the lowest. Taps away, finds VSA down on a 15 HP as well. And Molotov will slow him down as no kid. He's just looking to do some damage right now. Take away these AKs. Make it as expensive as possible for Rise Nation in the following 2 rounds. Flashbang out. Op recovered. That actually might just be more saving. Puts bullet through the box, but nobody is home. Moose calling this immediately. And actually, I thought he was going to go out through Murder Hole as well, but instead Tutan takes the op, goes down, drops into underpass, and he will be getting as far away from this as possible, and they are giving chase. He slows down, though. Footsteps will not be heard. They'll have to guess which way he went. They can split up, but he is far, far away at this point. Not going to happen to Tahan. Doesn't even take the aggressive re-peek very wisely. Rise Nation up on the 5 rounds now on their own map pick on the east side. Second to last round in the half. AK has come back out for them. I believe Ace has an AWP as well, tossed down for him. Meanwhile, Johnny Boy, well, the same can be said for him, actually. M4s across the board for the rest of the team. Decent buys on both sides. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard. Starting to wake up, but Dazzle and Ace still on 2 and 3 kills, respectively. John G might get caught with the snipe out. That he does. Guishoro with the aggressive play down through underpass. Will Dazzle be able to punish this? Window's not smoked off, so it's a double angle he has to hold, and somehow he gets it fully blind, but he has been spotted out. That's by Mark E, and he's going to smoke that off, get out himself. Meanwhile, damage being traded by Tommy and the player up in Palace. I believe that is Moose again. Tutangan has an angle on it, so Tommy's going to back up safely, keep eyes towards mid. Nobody playing that angle quite yet. Marky's got that safely covered as well. But now, Ace up on top of the sandwich. Smoked off from both sides. Bomb is still not being planted. VSA needs to get over there. I'm not sure if he realizes he has the bomb in hand. And now Dazzle, forced out into the open, still finds the frag on the Marquee. Tutan spraying through the smoke, doing a little bit of damage, but still not connecting with anything significant. Dazzle took most of that damage from the engagement from jungle. Now Johnny Boy finds the first one. Very nice. Tommy's holding a closer angle up on stairs, moving forward, but Tutahan's going to get dropped on down. It's just the op, and this M4 swings down. VSA still has not planted the bomb, takes the engagement, and gets the frag. Now, free kill. Johnny Boy has the all the time in the world to line up that shot. Swinging wide, nearly has the flick. Not enough time to pull the trigger, though. And here's the opener to that round, as Rise Nation put themselves up within 2 rounds of tying it up. 1 more round left in this half. And there was that frag by Dazzle. Completely blind. Great spray control. Great muscle memory. Gale Force on a bit of a ragtag thrift store buy here. CZ, UMP, FAMAS, Scout, M4. A little bit of everything. See what they can do with it. Guishoro takes the Scout up top. Gets the shot on the Ace. And re-aggresses on the peak. Connects with Ace's head. That's the main offer dropped. And now Johnny Boy wants up East. He goes in. He finds Dazzle. And they're saying, Rise Nation, we've let you have all the rounds you're going to. Tutahan and Tommy, last 2 on the Ace side. Moose still not going aggressive on this, while VSA and John G start working their way down from top of mid. Nobody there to challenge him. Gale Force playing this one safe, as they don't have the best of weaponry, but now Moose out on the Ace side. The Moose is loose. Guishoro not going to get it. Tutahan does, though, and tries to go for the headshot. Tutahan finishes off the damage dealt on a Janji, but VSA finds one. Last one alive. Now 1v3. Spots out the shadow. Knows he's here. Doesn't go for the wide swinging free fire yet, but he finds the headshot through the wall, it looked like, and in the end takes it to the hand. But he will fall himself. Rise Nation managed to put 6 rounds up on the board on their T side. And they're going to need to really run it back with a little bit of the momentum they strung together. 4 rounds in total, back-to-back. Out of 6. Here's Guishoro, challenging the op of Ace. No respect given. Solid shooting right there. 9 players already readied up. Rise Nation not taking too much time to talk about this in halftime. One of those moments where I'm like, I need an analyst. I don't know how to break this one down. It just seems like Rise Nation has had one of those off days. Dazzle and Ace on 4 frags each. 4 frags in the 15 rounds. I don't know what he's saying. Moose has definitely stepped it up this map. Up on 13, tied with VSA actually. Yeah, that's something to say with VSA. Tied for top fragger. Not really known for putting up amazing frags. In-game leader of Rise Nation. Actually, as I said, they hadn't been taking their sweet time. Actually, whoever isn't readied up, it's actually over on Gale Force. Interestingly enough. Alright, Ren, tell me what they're doing wrong. Personally, I think what their main flaw was actually letting Guishoro into the server. Ah, okay, Ren Sport, in with the analysis here. Rise Nation played bad, and they need to play good. Ah, you're like the John Madden of CSGO.
You see, what Rise Nation need to be doing right now is just winning the rounds. You see, the goal is to shoot the other player before he shoots you.
I can't really argue too much of that, as that's about the level of my analysis. God hope that nobody ever approaches me to like a paid position on analysis desk, because I will take that money and I will troll. They'll hit like the first analysis, second analysis, they'll come to me and I'll be like, they fucked up. Just light a cigarette, walk off stage. But we will be going live back into this here on Rise Nation's map pick. They managed to squeeze in 6 rounds on their T side. 4 sets of armor. VSA gets the kit and smoke. Johnny Boy doing the same over on Gale Force. Tutehan, same as last map, getting a bit of extra utility. Little 2-3 split for the time being, looking for any aggression. Not coming through quite yet. Oh, Jonji seems like he's thinking about it. All the jiggle peeking in the world from John G. Not going to find Tommy, though, who's doing his own little jiggle peek. They're just doing a long-distance dance. It's a little mating call from the CTs to the terrorist side. Meanwhile, Ace, he's doing his jiggles and his jumps over towards mid and underpass. No one challenging that either. Guishoro and Marky close, once again, looking for any aggression. Tutehan was doing that over towards Palace, but he's given up on that idea. Instead, looks like he might be setting up some smokes with Tutehan, who has the other utility. He might be trying to sell a fake. Right now, it looks like they're going back to recover the bomb, while Tommy's still taking a look over towards underpass. Bomb at the back heels of Guishoro and Marky, who are now actually pushing on up. Now, flashbang out allows them complete mid-control, as that was given up, forfeited by Rise Nation. Now, Jonji's second bullet comes out. He gets the first, spots out 3, 4 more players. He's going to go push forward into the flames. He managed to stay alive at just 2 HP. Well, until I jinx him, but Moose is here. 1, 2 frags, 3 frags go his way. And we'll take a look at the replay. 4 players kept alive. Rise Nation pick up their first pistol round in the evening. Now look at this. Second bullet comes out. Gets the info taps away, pushes through the flames while he's getting shot. That was just some god tier play from John G right there. And for some reason... Oh, we're getting a little bit of overlap. That's just how my replays are done. But here's the second 3K from Moose. So yeah, Gale Force faces have been clicked on. Rise Nation get 4 FAMASes. This is ugly. Let's see if Gale Force is forced by. It's been nothing but ecos picked up. Dazzle finds the first, and trades on back. ESEA gets himself 1-2 kills before Marquis finds him with the Deagle. Last one alive now, tries to line it up. Does some heavy damage on a Dazzle. Now he's going to go for the bomb plant. I think this will be denied over through CT, and that it will. John G picks up one more frag, and the pounds have been released, if you can hear that through my mic. Rise Nation stringing 2 rounds together to start things off on the CT side. 1 round off of tying it up, and well, if this plays out how most of us would expect it to, without Gale Force forcing up, should be a tie game within the next 2 minutes. 1 P250 picked up by Johnny Boy, 1 flashbang. The Anders flash from Marquis. As the majority of Gale Force, well, they split up. Looks like it's going to be definitely a B hit. Molotovs will slow them down. Footsteps are heard. Moose thinks those are up top, but they're actually down here where Dazzle's going to find them. He's traded out immediately. Tute and Tommy, they find themselves too. It's only man advantage for Gale Force. Jump peek comes up over the top. Moose does get one more back, but Marquis found a FAMAS, and he found a frag too. But John G, he's flanking down through underpass. Bit of an awkward spot. Would not have expected him there. And Guishoro, well, they don't expect him here. Taps away, and John G with a spinning 360 FAMAS. He's going to find the head, so it's expensive for him, but Rise Nation tie things up 9-9, and now they are back in the game, it seems. But the only trouble is for them, the Gale Force, they will now be on the bye. AKs come out, they can even get an op for Johnny Boy if he feels like it. Would be glass cannon. So instead, it grabs the AK and the armor to boot. Now, this is where I kind of want to see Rise Nation get aggressive. And, well, that's kind of aggressive. Ace fast up on top of the boost towards Cat. With Tommy, fast through apps. The Molotov's going to come out. He eats a nade for the troubles, taken down to 51 HP. And, well, John G, somehow, yeah, I don't think he expected the flames to spread like that. That's a little weird. I would not have thought the same. But a smoke in will slow them down for the time being, while Marquis, playing a bit of the lurk role, going out through Palace. 2 players on this side, and they're going to smoke him off. While Tommy rushes through, 32 HP left. He does get the kill regardless on the Moose. I would never have thought that in 1,000 days. Ace with a beautiful shot just over the top of the smoke there on the Guishoro. Tommy now on 1 health. Gets across. Smokes at his feet. Johnny Boy over with the bomb on the Ace side. 2 players here. Dazzle. And one more. Was that? ESEA. Bomb planted. 3 players left alive. Until I say that, trades come out. Ace and Johnny Boy both get 1 until Dazzle finds Johnny Boy. Now it's Tutehan up against 2 players, though. Ace is on 37 HP. Has an AK in hand, though. Tutehan over towards Connector. Don't know if Ace actually knows this. Tutehan lets him pass. Doesn't even take the peek at the bomb. Is completely planted for him. And now they're going to think the Ace completely cleared this. So he spots nobody on it. Would have spotted it out. Did he hear the tap? Whether he heard it or not, he takes the frag. And now 1v1. And it's already too late. Ace doesn't have the kit. He's too far off to pick it up. And he will get out of dodge. Gale Force win the first buy round here on their terrorist side. And hold on to the AWP. Tutehan looking for anything else on the ground he could find. But in the end, 2 players left alive. Rise Nation, money to buy is not really there. 2 players over $4,000 though, so they can try and do a force buy on the back of the saved AK. CZ's being tossed around. M4 purchased up by 2 players. Alright, not too bad. I thought there'd be something more to this. They're really going to commit to it. I would like to see some more SMGs. Instead, they're hoping the Dazzle, VSA, and Moose can get something done. And look at this. John G with the Deagle trying to make a miracle play. Connects with Guishoro ever so slightly. Only 81 HP remaining on him, though. Guishoro, first one out. Taking some damage as well, but it's going to be Mark E to find one on a bit of a lurk over towards the... Where was that? It's Tommy who was on the lurk. Tutehan coming back from T-spawn. They're going to join up and head over towards the B side, it looks like. Where currently, no one is lying in wait, but Ace gets here just in time to get over towards Catwalk. Although they are slow playing this, not wanting to give any information for free. And Rise Nation already losing one of those M4s they bought up earlier. It's going to be Ace, though. Deagle in hand. Oh, the timing! He falls off, takes a jump peek, and, well, suddenly has some regret in his life, I would imagine. He fires off a couple off shots. ESEA going to get one from afar, but dazzling him on sight. Now, Tutehan finds one. Johnny Boy finds the other. 2v3 for the CT side. They make that 1v3. 1v2 as Jonji does get one. Blink of an eye. 1v2 now. That nade's going to give him some info. Spots at the shoulder as well. Tutehan didn't spot this. He gets his head ripped clean off, but looking the wrong way. Johnny Boy can get a bomb plant after the clock as well. Just barely. Saves the op 2. Gale Force winning the back-to-back buy rounds here on their terrorist side. Rise Nation going to be on the eco once again, and they don't even have money to force up this time. A P250 will come out for VSA. It'll keep him above 2,300. Ace needs to save on every dollar he can. Jonji could buy if he really wanted to, and he will, because that's just how you do it in North America. CZ comes out for him. Let's see, Guishoro and one more teammate going out towards Palace, but does Mark Eat actually find one? Buddied up with Johnny Boy over towards mid. Tommy playing the lurk roll once again over towards Apps, and Jonji giving up the B site entirely. Decides to wrap around through Murder Hole. But the bomb has been picked up. They're going to smoke off towards Cat. Marquis still holding this angle until that smoke plumes. That'll allow Johnny Boy to cross safely. Interestingly enough, Rise Nation not biting on this, keeping 3 players anchored here, despite Jonji hearing quite a few pass. Some of them are walking, so keeping Rise Nation guessing. Guishoro hopping into the B site into market, spots out one. They back off immediately. Are they going to even go for this? They have no kit, no utility. They'd only be losing a couple pistols, but maybe they don't want to give up some, well, economy to Guishoro just like that, as he picks up 2 quick ones. That'll be Ace and Moose, who only have USPs to lose. Which don't want to give the money at this point, I guess, which is actually wise, but Ace actually finds one from T-Spawn. I thought he would have, or sorry, CT-Spawn. I thought he had fallen off already, otherwise I would have had all eyes on him. He's trying desperately to do some more damage, but he will fall. Nothing major lost right there. And Tutehan looking to make some more money, clearing out all the angles except for Palace, so it looks like Moose looked to save his USP. And, well, the extra 600 bucks he might give to Gale Force. But now Rise Nation back on the buy. 4 M4s off out for Ace, and a timeout called by Gale Force, actually. They have plenty of money to buy up. Do they actually want to, though? Still that MAC-10, that UMP. Guishoro probably going to buy himself another AK. Which wouldn't be too bad. Marquis actually has been liking the UMP more on some of these buy rounds, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they throw that over towards him. Although Marquis has not been playing as much of a lurk role as he was in Overpass, it's actually been Tommy to go hold over towards Apps for the most part. So, freeze time is cancelled. We will be going live back into this. Gale Force leading over Rise Nation. 1 map over them. 3 rounds on this one. If Rise Nation lose this round right here, well, the loss bonus will build up, but they will not have a buy in the next round. I'll have to wait for that 5th. But now Johnny Boy, Molotov over towards Connector. Will he take this shot? He will not. As the smoke does plume, nothing to challenge there. Dazzle sprays the smoke and hopes for anything. The Marquis over towards ramp. Here's the shot ring out from Ace as he finds Guishoro. There's 3 more players over towards A for the time being. Johnny Boy taking over control at top of mid. No one going to be challenged just for the time being, but look at this. VSA about to be closed in upon? Not quite yet. Look like Tutehan and Marquis are positioning, poising themselves ever so closer to challenge that. But as you can see on the map, everyone's taking a couple steps back, thinking twice about this one as VSA tucks himself safely under dark. While Johnny Boy, moving on in, needs to go soon though, as I believe Moose was going to find that frag there on a Johnny Boy. Need to go just a second earlier. Now Dazzle going to be pushed off, but still has enough room to try and work that angle. But it's all eyes on VSA. 55 seconds left for Gale Force to get in on this. Fully flashed, in the flame, sprays. Oh my, fully blind for the first frag. But Marquis and Tutehan pull that right on back. So it'll be them alone against Dazzle, Ace, and Moose. Dazzle on site, Moose spotted out. And Ace playing over from jungle. Spotted out as well from Tutehan, but now it's 1v3. Mark E has so much work to do, gets the first frag. One more close, spots it out, knows where both these players are playing from, has to reload though. Baits out the position, almost gets the frag there on a Dazzle. In the end though, Rise Nation get into double digits for the first time tonight. But Gale Force, they have plenty of money to buy back up. So let's not get too excited quite yet. Taking a look at the scoreboard though. 19 frags for VSA, 18 for Moose, 17 for John G, and then it gets broken up, not so patterned, as Dazzle's on 11, 8 for Ace. Meanwhile, all of Gale Force within 3 or 4 frags of each other, a couple 18s, 17s, 16s, and a 14 at the bottom of the charts there. Marquis and Guishoro moving on out, they're going to eat a bit of nade damage in the process, and oh, I like this, Dazzle. Finally, the first bit of aggression we've really seen from Rise Nation early on in the round. See if that pays off sometime soon. Only one player is close to him, that's Tutehan. Not anywhere Dazzle might expect for the time being. A lot of mid-control gain from the terrorist side, though. Might be looking for a boost. Rise is giving this up as well. It's Ace who's fallen back through Murder Hole. And yeah, look at this. Dazzle spotted out the bomb. Tutehan not checking behind him. So, a lot of information to work with now. Might catch some of these players off guard. Dazzle, all eyes on you, buddy. There's the first one. Triggered some plays off. Checks his corner. All the time in the world. I think he was going to go for a knife for a split second, but instead just takes the kill and full bomb control. Gale Force is going to be wondering how that happened. I'm sure Tutehan is getting an earful right now. He's going to be moving out on towards the Ace site, where currently just VSA, who actually just misses it on the timing, but still has an inkling that somebody might be up towards mid. Ace? Oh, beautiful shot by Mark E. Tommy follows it up with a frag there, picks up the bomb on a Dazzle as well, must have caught him off guard, just missed that one. So now it'll be 4v3, man advantage back in the hands of Gale Force. Remember, Rise Nation won the previous round, and they have been off, reset, up close. VSA managed to get the first frag, tries for the second, but Marquis is far too quick. Now it's all up to Moose and John G. They've got to rotate on over. John G from mid, and Moose far, far off. And just as I switch off of him, John G gets found out, and that is it. Done and dusted. Moose cannot go for this. Needs to save this M4. It's all they'll have to work with in the next round, and they are completely reset. Even with man advantage and bomb control, they just cannot hit their shots tonight. VSA with a 2-bomb. Still out-fragging anyone on Gale Force, but when your entire team is performing like Gale is, it's not going to be enough. All in all, though, bomb will explode over on the A-bomb side. Looks like all 3 players of this terrorist side going to be staying alive. Nobody going far enough in towards Market to try and challenge Moose here. So he will get to save that M4. It's the only silver lining for them. VSA, well, I was going to say he could drop some pistols, but instead looks like they're going to force up completely. Oh, guys. They feel this one slipping away from them, because right now, basically, if they gave up this round, the Air Force would be in 14, they still wouldn't have a full buy in the next round. So they put them up on 15, more than likely. So it's kind of here or nothing. They will have a decent buy on the 15th round if it goes that far. But Famas picked up from VSA, 2 CZs and 1 Deagle. Moose, to catch them off guard, but Mark E suspects it. Ace is here, does find that trade, though. Johnny Boy swapping over towards the AK, and back towards the op, and back to the AK, and throws it over the wall. That's what he's doing. I'm like, what are you doing, buddy? You want that closer? So very wise play, not letting any extra rifles if they actually get back that far. But for now, it's actually going to be Guishoro to join him at top of mid with this bomb. I think it's Tommy currently falling off the app side. Johnny Boy drops the bomb and picks it back up again, confusing the caster. Good job of that. A minute left in the round for Gale Force. Looks like they're going to be heading on over towards the A site, where Tutehan has been lying in wait, watching this ramp angle. VSA is currently posted up over towards Ninja, and actually, as I say that, he's getting a bit antsy, going to readjust his position as he doesn't have anyone actually backing him up. Dazzle has been staring at the floor for the past 45 seconds. Finally, tries to take a peek over towards mid, and they're going to find out that is completely empty as they hear smokes plume behind them as they're held off site. They need to wait for their teammates to rotate on over here. It'll be a 4v4, no kit, no utility for the CT side. DSA, he takes the aggressive peek without anyone there to help him, and he gets punished for it, down on 74 HP. Flashbang comes out, slowing him down yet again and again. He and his teammate fall, but VSA does get one. Traded up by Tutehan. Ace tries to put the deagle down. But Janji's going to find that first frag, and now Ace finds another one. He's trying desperately to get that in camera. It's going to be Johnny Boy. Misses the first one, and Rise Nation, they win another eke off of a force buy, one that they desperately needed. I think if they'd lost that round, it basically would have been the map. They would have been running it back towards overtime for 5 rounds, and nobody plays their best from that pressure. Let's see, Gale forces money. Actually, is in a decent spot. They could force up here. They can get at least 4 AKs out, actually. The question is, do they want to? Or they want to let Rise Nation get one more round up and then get fully loaded with the AWP. Well, I think that buy says it all. Johnny Boy on the Gale, 3 AKs come out. Guishoro? Nothing for you, buddy? Just the deagle. It's about as much as he can do. Now, Ace switching it up, playing it a bit of an angle closer towards mid. Guishoro went just far enough into the smoke to not be seen. Doesn't look like he'll actually get a chance to actually get that kill. Now Janji. 3 players lined up for him in the smoke. Doesn't spot it. Ace gets the first frag, and oh, so much damage done. But Tommy to come out on top of that exchange. Not the way I saw that one happening. But now Moose from Catwalk. Tag down to 36 HP almost immediately. The boost is going to come up for Ace. The boost is going to come up. There you go, Ace. He finally gets himself up. Immediately gets the frag there on the marquee. A little bit awkward in the next execution, but does get it in the end. Now it'll be 3v4 to try and hold onto this bomb site. Plenty of damage on the Rise Nation. Immediately VSA finds one, and in a blink of an eye, 2 more frags from the way. Goes Johnny Boy left alive. He got himself an 8 Ace. He's got rid of the Gale. Finds the first frag, but behind him, Ace connects. Nice 3K for him on the round. VSA pulls 2 for himself as well. And Rise Nation, they'll be going up to 12. So the 13 of Gale Force, who, well, put themselves in a bit of a tight spot economically. Might be letting Rise Nation actually tie this one up. Getting close here. Blow for blow, round for round now. Take a look at the replay one more time. Actually, I don't even know why I replayed this one. Oh, it was with this shot, yeah. Ace just having a bit of a trouble getting on up, but a very quick frag. Actually, I thought Marquis would have had that. He's been quicker on the trigger than most tonight. Now Dazzle getting aggressive. Oh, what in the good Lord's name? Somehow Guishiro doesn't come out on top of that. Even with the pistol, I thought he would have had that one. Plenty of damage done on the back of it as well. Johnny Boy down on 13, Tommy on 14. But Tommy, it's going to be a free kill for him. Easy peasy. But it's just him and Johnny Boy left alive. And Johnny's got the bomb all the way back by T-Spawn. Dazzle has eyes over that way. But Tommy's currently grabbed himself an M4. No armor to work with. But he can get this one safely over towards B. And if he makes some noise over here, that could allow Johnny Boy a nice free plant. But Moose, he has an idea about that little inkling. He's going to tuck himself away back towards ticket booth. And it seems Rise Nation have a good read on this as well, or so they think. So now Johnny Boy, well, he thought he was going in towards a free site. In the end, he went back towards the stack, and now it'll be Tommy with the M4. 1v4, and Ace has a perfect scope in on this, and a little scuff scope gets the final frag of the round. That's 1 for him, 3 for VSA, 1 for Dazzle. And Rise Nation finally tying things up yet again here on their map pick. 13 to 13. But Gale Force, they're going to be back on the bye. Rise Nation, they've got enough money built up they could buy into the next round. So, winning this, not absolutely necessary. But God, would it help their confidence? And this is when things get tight. When the stress would kick in, where confidence really does play a factor. If Rise do take this, we'll be heading over towards map number 3, which will be Cobblestone. Both these teams half decent on an Ace. Oh, dude, and I wish I saw that from his perspective. I thought Ace would get it. Now VSA has to smoke that off, give away his position. Tommy has to expect that, but no one's actually looking towards it. Interestingly enough, no one is checking this. In the smoke, Tutehan is actually above him. VSA goes up through the smoke, finds himself 2 quick ones. I don't know how nobody thought to look there. He smoked it off. There was no one else to throw that. Guishoro gets found out by Janji, and this round is falling apart. Gale Force, in what could have been a very easy round, had that completely taken. Johnny Boy tries to put one through the box. Actually, did he? I think so. Dazzle has to be backed off. Bomb in the hands of the CT side. 55 seconds left in the round. Tommy trying to push up forward. Johnny Boy swaps out towards the AK. Now Flashbang comes out. Molotov as well. Tommy finds a free one. Flips over to the right. Johnny Boy gets that one and the next. Somehow Johnny Boy clutches that one out and Gale Force go up 14-13, taking the lead again. Let's take a look at some of those initial frags. Yeah, here you can see VSA. He'd been stuck in that smoke. They didn't have any idea he was there, despite he himself smoked it off as soon as they mollied it. Had those two first frags, but here it was where Tommy gets the first frag needed. Couldn't swipe over to the right fast enough, but Johnny Boy went absolutely ham. Nice little one tap, flicks over, burst fire gets the rest. Moose, double op setup. Actually, a scout as well for the CT side of Rise Nation. They do get the first frag there onto Mark E. Moose took some damage in the process for it, and Dazzle puts that second op to good use, finds Johnny Boy. 3v5 now for the D side of Gale Force. Rise Nation looking to tie this up again, and if they do, that would put them up on round 15 eventually. Because Gale Force have absolutely no money, and now Moose, his op rings out. He finds one more. Janji, UMP pays off. Moose finds himself one more. 5 players against 5 in a clean round versus Gale Force, who have definitely lost their footing, to say the least, here on Mirage. Nothing but pistols here. They don't even have enough to really force up pistols. They're going to be playing for overtime, is what it looks like here for Gale Force. And as I say that, you know, it always happens. 2 CZs, 3 Digs come out. They don't want to play for overtime. It looks like they'd rather play on overpass. What is the play here? Tutehan towards Palash, Guishoro towards Ramp. And I believe John G, what was that? It was VSA may have spotted out that player up towards Palace. As Tutehan, well, he had fallen off. That smoke might make him challenge or change that up. Tommy, I believe, spotted the head. Dazzle swings wide. Tommy gets the frag for free. That's a weapon to be recovered. They could get boosted up in there. For the time being, VSA is the closest point of contact. He gets naded down to 81. Bomb currently joining Tommy over through T-side apps. John G holding close with Moose over towards Catwalk. Moose on the boost, and he's going to fall off that. It's going to be some information garnered for Tommy and Johnny Boy as Marky comes to join them over towards the B side of things. Moose posting up with the op on top of Van. Guishoro finds or gets found out by Ace. Going over towards Ramp. Now Moose takes the re-aggressive Ace. Second shot missed, actually. It's going to be John G. Moose finds the third. John G found those 2 from Cat, leaving only Tutehan alive. This map could be done and dusted. I believe we're going to Cobblestone, boys and girls. Tutehan, well, odds of him winning this round in 20 seconds, nigh impossible. No, just say it's impossible. I think even if he fully ran, got 3 frags. Let's not even focus on that. John G finds himself a 3rd frag of the round, and now Gale Force will have so little money to work with. $2,000, less than that average. So it's going to be another 4-spot pistol round. We've seen teams win with less this match, though. I think we've had something like 9 or 10 egos won. I think 10. At least 10. There might even be 11. North American caster can't do math live on stream. Don't worry about it. Johnny Boy going to break up the monotony of upgraded pistols with that scout buy. Tommy keeping eyes down towards underpass. No aggression quite yet. Dazzle posted under dark, I believe. Dazzle posted under... What number is that? I need glasses, stream. I need to get a donation on screen. I need a little donation bar on screen. Need glasses so I can read the minimap. Right now, Gale Force just praying that Rise Nation get antsy, praying they get aggressive, give them a free kill. But as you can see on the map, barely anyone is moving. John G, just that little 1/4 inch over there on Catwalk. Nobody over towards Connector. Ace is the closest player over there. VSA tucked by Ticket Booth. That's going to be Dazzle through Dark. Now up through Connector. Guishoro, the first one in. He's been an amazing entry fragger and amazing pistoler. That Molotov, though, 50 seconds left. Going to slow them on down. All this presence is over here towards Connector, actually. Bomb is moving its way up through apartments now. Ace doesn't have eyes on towards window. This boost could actually pay off for them. Marquis not committed to it yet. 30 seconds left. They're playing this so slow. Marquis still not committing to it. 2 players on the B-bomb side. 20 seconds left, and John G finds the first frag, immediately taken out by the pistol of Guishoro. Now Tommy moving on in. Ace finds that lurk from the window on Marquis, but Guishoro finds one elsewhere. Now Bomb is going to be planned to be a 3v3 for the retake. They got themselves an AK, and what was this? Moose tries to deny the plant. Moose just threw. But Ace tries to bring it back. Gets heavily tagged down. And so, well, Dazzle actually finds himself a frag. So Ace a bit lit up. Tommy in a 1v2. This could be it. Here's the footsteps. Free frag onto Ace. Now it's 1v1. Dazzle up close. Tommy puts himself in the smoke. This is so awkward. Here's the tap, and Tommy's going to take the long way around. No, second guesses himself, sprays into the smoke, and now tucks himself away. 14 bullets left. Dazzle jumps into the smoke. Gets off of it. It's so awkward. I don't know if he has time now. Oh, he definitely has time. That will be it. 16-14. Rise Nation barely squeaked this one through. We will be going to Cobblestone. Final map of the night. Alright, I'm going to throw up to music really quick. Grab myself some tea. Update all the commands. Once again, I've been Insomnia. Thank you for joining me here. We'll be getting started as soon as possible. Drop me a follow if you'd like, ! Twitter if you use that shit. But, yeah, that'll be it for now. I am back. We got that 6 out of 10 players all readied up, and I've got everything all locked and loaded, ready to go. Actually, let me get my notes. Actually, so I have to try and memorize my smooths, change map to map. And I actually have updated a couple of these because some of these were a little wonky. Actually, this one we can get rid of next as well. I don't know what I was thinking when I made that one. But yeah, got some new sidewalk peaks. Got some more stuff over towards old water, over towards danger. We'll see if I remember to actually press any of those buttons during the cast, but I'm constantly updating, making sure stuff's not stale, stagnant, crappy. So drop a follow. I'm currently applying for partner yet again. I won't get it, but you know, every little bit helps, guys. That whole fucking cliche of really helps me out? Well, in this case it actually kind of does. Otherwise, it just makes me feel happy about myself that I can, you know, judge my progress in some sort of numerical fashion, which no one should do. Man, this song is awful. I'm sorry, were you guys actually... You were being forced to listen to this? My bad. Alright, all players connected. Coach is in there as well. Should be getting underway shortly. Well, let me spare your ears, as all players have readied on up. We can mute the monster cat, never to be needed again, well, at least today. And we will be getting started here. Looks like Gale Force. Wait, no, do we knife for rounds? Yes, we do. Knifing for rounds. These players will go meet up over towards mid. Auto director, do your worst. A little standoffish. Johnny Boy's gonna get the first one. Guishoro answers back. Tommy looking good over here on the Argentinian side, leaving only Ace alive, and he would have had to ace that in order to get it. So, Gale Force. They're gonna have the chance to pick what side they want to start out on, and most people always want to go CT. And, well, there it is. CT it shall be. Gale Force probably looking to pick up the first pistol round here, which would give them, well, if they do get it, it would be 4 out of 5. Guishoro Monstro been the player to watch. We'll see if the dualies come back out here. I think those only made a show up on Overpass on CT's side. Didn't get to see them on Mirage, thankfully. Let's take a look at the buy. Couple armors come out for Gale Force so far in Rise Nation. Stock standard VSA being the mule again, and Johnny Boy, well, no trick buy this time. Johnny Boy gets the kit and smoke. Looks like it's going to be a 5-man stack over towards B Halls. They're going to split up, send a couple of those players over towards D-Lore Halls, a couple over towards Drop. And Drop apparently does not work. Let's not use that one. Now, smoke comes out, 2 players on either side of this, and they're going over towards Connector. Johnny Boy gets one, Guishoro as well. He's going to fall, though. Guishoro taps away, finds himself one more, leaving only 2 players alive, and that is Ace and Janji. And Ace just shoots his teammate in the foot for no reason. I think he saw the torso of the body there, but Janji, he's making this actually count. Gets 2 quick ones with the USP he's picked up. Now the bomb has been dropped over towards Connector and Tutehen. Tommy both have eyes on every avenue they could go. Actually, a minute left in the round, so they could try and go all the way back to D-Lore Halls. See what they decide to do. Things getting a little bit awkward for the Rise Nation side now. They have recovered the bomb as the CDs have fallen off. But now, footsteps have been heard. Tutehen are going to be moving on out. Same with Tommy. Janji going to be holding up close. 84 HP left on him. Full health for the Gale Force side. Janji tucked away in this shed. Here's them pass. Tommy, nor Tutehen keeping eyes on it, actually. Look at the patience from Janji right now. He could have gone out at any time. Finally, he does. Spots the bolt out, but he's missing all of his shots. He's done 15 points of damage with 5 bullets. And that's going to allow Tutehen from afar to get that one. Janji trying to round about APC. The bomb hasn't planted, so they have to do this one quick. Janji gets it. That's his 3rd frag of the round now. 1v1 with Tutehen. Tutehen taps the bomb, tries to bait Janji closer, and Janji will indeed bite, and he will fall. But in the end, no kit close enough. He will have to go grab, well, the kit and run off. Actually, not even being able to grab the kit, he's just get the hell out of dodge. The kit's all the way back at connector. Neither of them picked that up on their way through. Oh, it's the smallest details. Tommy even came from that direction. So Rise Nation pick up their 2nd pistol round of the match tonight. It'll definitely give them a little stride in their step, as it was faltering early on. Only putting up 7 rounds in overpass. A bit of a shaky start on their map pick of Mirage as well. Look at this Gale Force forcing up yet again. Oh, it's in the name. Johnny Boy and Guishoro getting those 2 scouts. Johnny Boy been okay with the scouts. It's been Guishoro who's done amazing things with 2 HP. He does it again. Janji will trade him out, but damn if that was not a beautiful shot. We will not be. I mean, we will be looking at that as soon as the round is over. So Johnny Boy, last player alive on A, is going to call over to Tutehen to help him out. Actually, they're falling off. A couple of those players backing up from danger. Rotating that bomb all the way back through mid, leaving only Dazzle here to make some noise with these flashbangs, trying to isolate these players on the A-bomb site. Johnny Boy and Tutehen not getting aggressive on the back of it, though. Marky puts himself up on towards sidewalk, backed up by Tommy on Fountain. He's going to be challenged, but he does have a CZ here. We've seen this thing rip through players, especially in drop down. Molotovs and flashes heard. Marquis up close, gets 1 before he's put down. Johnny Boy's going to be in good position to try and get that one back, but Tommy spotted out, doing plenty of damage on a Dazzle, but not finished off. Johnny Boy taps away, misses his shot, leaving only Tutehen alive, coming up through drop, and a bit of a lurk. He's going to be hurt out, though, as soon as he comes down. So he's going to back on up, tries from a different angle. If anything, he can make this expensive for Rise Nation. And decides against it. Make me eat my hat, Tutehen. Ah, that's what he wanted. I was like, did somebody die over here with a rifle? It was a scout, but in the end, it's going to be picked on up. That'll be kind of nice. Gale Force will have no money to buy in the next round, so scout, all they can hope for. Small silver lining, and Dazzle already on his way to take this away from him. Doesn't look like he wants to challenge it, though. Tutehen posted on up, looking over towards long. No one there to challenge it, though. The T side has to reinvest a little bit. They're going to pick up 1 more Mac 10, running that trifecta out. VSA still on the Galil. Tutehen throws that scout over to Guishoro Monstro. No one's buying up around it. No, Tommy Boy, did he get himself a 5.7? Do people still use the 5.7, or is that a P2K? We'll find out shortly. It's 2 players actually fast over towards Platts. Johnny Boy hoping to spot the head of Dazzle. Molotov will back him up. Taps away. Aim punch is a factor, though. Roasts himself a little bit in the flames, but it's going to be Marquis to actually get the first frag of the round. Now Guishoro swipes left just in time, gets the shot. Ace taking on a 24 HP, and Johnny Boy coming to back him up, although so low health on Johnny Boy. Not sure what more he can do. The ESA gets tagged down as well, but Janji comes up from mid, sprays down Guishoro, leaving only Johnny Boy alive on site. Janji finds 1 more. Taps come out. Not going to be enough, though. Tommy with that P2K. Yes, it is. I don't know why the silhouette always fools me. Sometimes I think it's a P250, sometimes I think it's a 5.7. If people could just stop using that to make me look slightly less stupid, I'd appreciate it. So, Rise Nation take the first 3 rounds. It was made a little expensive for them, but the bank has definitely been building up as those MAC-10s got quite a few frags in the past 2 rounds. But now Gale Force on the buy, and Force come out. No glass cannon up. That's what it would have had to be. And look at this, Rise Nation holding on to the Gale and 2 MAC-10s. This could actually hurt Gale Force as well, because they didn't buy armor or head armor on 3 of those players. So those SMGs could still do some more damage than they really should. don't know if Rise Nation are just feeling confident here on Cobblestone. They have played it quite a lot, but both these players, or sorry, both these teams, I should say, very comfortable here on Cobble. Marquis finds the first one yet again, only taking 13 points of damage in the process. Dazzle is there. He tries to pre-fire the angle. Has to give it up, though. Some backup here for him, as well as another player on the opposite side. But it's going to be John G to go to try and take that first one. Marquis gets another one and a third. Things are falling apart for Rise Nation. They've lost every single SMG they had. Now, only the rifles left, and one of them is a Gale. 2v5. This is what happens, Rise Nation, when they do not upgrade their weaponry. They had money bought up, but VSA makes the Gale work nonetheless. Down on 12 HP, though. Who swings out wide, gets caught mid-spray transfer, and he will go down. 4 players left alive for Gale Force on the first buy round. And our first replay as well, so we're Guishoro, I think? Oh yeah, the 2 HP repeak after he gets double naded. This is actually from 2 rounds ago, I just forgot to play it. God, if that was not a spicy play right there. So Rise Nation finally on full AKs. Probably should have been this way the previous round. All in all, though, they will be headed over towards Delor Halls. And that's not Delor Halls at all. What am I doing? Marquis and Tommy being flashed off immediately, way out of position. They're going to have to fall back and play for retake immediately. John G, he finds Tommy before he can actually get out. Dayan doing some damage, but he gets dinged through the smoke, and VSA finds his head. John G finds another frag now. Johnny Boy and Guishoro 2v5, and that is it. Even with all that damage done, they don't want to try and contest this. They will get reset immediately. Kind of on the other side of the coin. That's been Rise Nation all night, who have been faltering around this round point. Now the question is, does Rise Nation go hunting? They heavily invested in this to get those rifles back out. After dropping so many players in the previous round, it does look like they will be going hunting. John G, this is his jump peek over the top. With these players, one all the way up in Rapunzel. John G Boy by the broken wall of T-spawn. So he's posted up, hoping for a little something. He might spot the head of John G or Dazzle if they peek all the way out. All in all, though, Rise Nation extend their lead 4-1 now. Going in round number 6, we'll take a look at the scoreboard, see who's top in the charts, and this time it's John G to change things up for Rise Nation. Moose, actually, down there on 2. Ace and Dazzle both on 1. Dazzle had a great showing on Overpass. I keep saying this because I keep expecting him to do it again. But I think they were down in like single digits, even by the end of the map on Mirage. Early smoke on sidewalk. Mark E trying to hold down drop yet again. Only one player up there. That's Moose for the time being. Tommy finally playing close to broken wall this UMP. Spots one. Easy frag for him. That's an AK to pick up if he wants to try. He's going to put himself up in the smoke, and it's going to be 2 Dayan and Tommy to get the next 2. Mark E still has spotted absolutely nothing. And Tommy back up plat. And now Moose, last one alive, 1v5 in 5 seconds. Both these teams seem to have some trouble on this map. And now 2 Dayan spots out the player. Moose gives his position away and is about to get flanked. There it is, Guishoro! A bit of a sloppy spray right there. Gives a frag over to Moose. And look at... Look at Chad, that's just... Yeah, I'd have the same response, Guishoro. Quizwejnik would look. So, Gale Force, turning Rise Nation on their head. They will have money to get right back on this round, though. 5 AKs back out. Gale Force managed to salvage up 2 of those. 3 of those, actually. 2 players going to be back on the M4. Still no AWP quite yet. Still early goings here on Cobblestone. Round number 7 with Rise Nation leading 4-2. They're going to be splitting up the forces here. 2 players for Rise Nation moving on over towards B. Johnny Boy and Guishoro stack up this angle. Some of you see them do previously in the season. Now John G going to be going on over. This is basically setting up the bait. Usually one player holds arch side, which is what the setup they had before. But now, playing the same angle, they just hope that no one ever expects them to double up here. Now, flashbangs come on in. Guishoro hides it, gets the first frag. But Johnny Boy has not showed his hand quite yet. And yep, they do not expect it. So 2 frags go their way. That's man advantage. But Dazzle is there. Fast up danger. Evens it right back out. Minute 5 left on the clock. Bomb is coming up sidewalk as we speak. And I forgot I turned that on. Mark E is going to find Dazzle. Pull it right back in Gale Force's favor. Marquis currently Molotoved off on 50 HP. He'll have to take his time. Tutehin watching for any bit of a flank. And Tommy took a nice aggressive peek up towards the long plat. So, a bit of information to work with. They can assume this is going to be an A hit, especially as the bomb is being planted. And there it is. Ace spots the first one, goes down immediately, leaving only Moose in a 1v3, but plenty of damage has been done. Plus, there's always the AK headshot potential. He's back. Gets tagged down, tries to pre-fire the Reef. Eek! Not gonna happen though. Gale Force get another round under their belt, keep 3 players alive. All 3 of the AKs as well. I think Tommy's gonna run and try and get the op, but it's too far. No, wait, no, there was no op this round. Excuse me. So Marquis topping the charts for the Gale Force side as they try and enclose on this gap within 1 round of tying it up, and with Rise Nation on the eco. But if there's anything we've learned tonight, never count Rise out on the eco. Finally, Johnny Boy's got the op out. P250s, 3 CZs for Rise Nation. Armor on 4 of those players. Only 2 helmets. Won't matter too much. Only the M41AS in the hands of Guashiro might have a problem with that. Marquis smokes it off. He's got somebody pincering on the other side of connector as well, but Johnny Boy finds the first one. Beautiful shot up close. Can't swing fast enough. It's going to be John G to pick up that off. Beautiful shot from John G. Picking up that AWP, putting it to great use. Now it'll be 3v4 for the retake. Now Moose has got himself this M4. A bit of something more to work with. Like I said, you can't count these kids out of the eco. And John G making it work yet again, and that'll be that. Marquis and Tutehan's currently falling back on the B-bomb site. Marquis might be overstaying his welcome. In the end, though, does push himself back to the doors, gets back onto the A-bomb site. We'll see if Rise Nation want to go hunting with those 2 players that only have upgraded pistols. That they will. Dazzle going to be the first one in, and a bit of a lurk play coming as well. Although, VSA just grabbed an AK-47, so he might not want to risk that. Actually, no, they're risking it all. VSA is here, and he's going to get the shot. Tutehan. So it was Marquis. Not looking so hot right there. Tutehan, though. Keeps himself alive, finds a smoke, smokes that off, flash over the top, using whatever he has to stay alive. In the end, he will keep that AK-47, and Rise Nation extend their lead yet again. Now here is where Johnny Boy got a beautiful headshot, but John G rounds the corner, grabs his op, instantaneous headshot right there. Now, that was just probably shot of the night as far as ops go, in my opinion. People do not give John G enough respect. You take a look at the scoreline right now, this is why they should. 11 frags. People kind of call him the weakest link here, except for VSA sometimes, but VSA has also stepped it on up. I saw a lot of chatter recently in a couple of discords about Steel wanting to maybe play with their MDL league, and someone's like, oh, put him on Rise Nation. I'm like, there's no one on Rise Nation I want to cut. These guys all work off of each other very well. They show up in different games and on different maps. Just because they have one weak point here and there does not mean a whole lot. But into this round, Moose is going to find that Marquis yet again there on drop. Didn't have a whole lot to work with, but that's going to send Guishoro aggressive. Try and answer this on back. Nothing spotted up sidewalk. Johnny Boy was there to try and back him up. But, well, they're going to rotate on over towards B, it looks like, which may be a little bit of a misread, as you can see the bomb currently going over towards mid. Ace was there. His op finally rings out. He'll pick up his 2nd frag of the map. I'm going to call the rotation over. Tutehan first one here. Johnny Boy not far behind. Tutehan at his side. And bomb not even planted. They're already giving this one up. Very interesting. And I like this. Look at Moose. Looking for that late play, that rotate around through D-Lore halls. No one's going to be coming this way right now, but it was an entire possibility. And leaving a player in a lurk role right here, something a lot of teams kind of overlook. So far, looking like they'll keep this alive. Johnny Boy, a bit risky right now. Spots it out. Hits the shot even. And re-aggresses on it. Puts John G down. 4 more players try and hunt this. And look at this. Moose coming in off that lurk. Sprang to the smoke, not finding anything. Finally, Dazzle finds one. Johnny Boy doesn't know which way to look. Dazzle finds him as well. And Tutehan, he drops through the smoke at the end of the round. Everything they tried to save was all for naught. Gale Force looking to be faltering as Rise Nation starts stringing some rounds together. Got the first 3, lost 1, reset it, hold it back their way the past 2 rounds. This is the Rise Nation I expected to see tonight. I had them win this 2-1, but I thought it would not be as weak as it was starting off. Almost a full save here from Gale Force. Just a couple upgraded pistols, Guishoro, and Tommy not buying a single thing. 1 soul flashbang in the hands of Tutehan behind that CZ. VSA seems to have some sort of inkling, keeping his eyes trained over there towards mid. Spraying the door is actually going to tag up Guishoro ever so slightly. Tutehan comes to join him. Marquis has not budged quite yet. Moose hasn't been... Oh, I thought Moose doesn't drop. Minimap still fools me sometimes. Janji had peeked up from danger. Johnny Boy, though, took an aggressive peek, found Moose over there. A little bit of information to work with, at least one player. Let's see if any rotations come through on the back of it. And meanwhile, Guishoro is busy inspecting his Orion. He will fall at the end of that now. Tutehan back behind APC. Finds the back of Dazzle, barely gets it. He's trying to pick up this AK. Janji says, no, that is ours. Puts him on down. Only Tommy left alive as Janji finds himself a second through the smoke. Actually, it was Janji's third. Trying to get his 4th right now as Tommy has to reload. Through the smoke, gets tapped out immediately, but still stays alive with 12 HP. Tommy only the Deagle to work with. Might as well throw his body to the wolves, or Moose will flank him. That's also a potential possibility. That has come to fruition as Rise Nation keep 4 players alive. Start building up that bank. A couple players up near that 10k mark. Gale Force, though, going to be back on the bye this round. In round number 11, they need to start building up rounds now. Rise Nation already have an incredibly healthy T side. 7 rounds on the board to Gale Force's 3. M4s across the board, lacking some utility as well. This time it's going to be Johnny Boy over towards the sidewalk. Has been Guishoro for most of the map. Flashbang's going to slow them down. Johnny Boy takes a quick peek over towards mid. Not going to spot anything. Instead, falls back all the way towards the back of site and calls up for some backup. Guishoro posted up towards drop, or sorry, not drop, doors. Enough noise being made by Moose. Keeping 3 of the players there for Gale Force. Meanwhile, Johnny Boy posts up on top of the barrels. But Dazzle already spotted this out. Easy frag for him. Only Johnny Boy left on site. Marquis is here, but smoked off. Tutehan right behind him. Molotovs will try and clear these out, and that they will. Hops up top. VSA finds 1, but will go down in the end as Tutehan finds Dazzle as well. Now, back into a 3v3. The best it's actually been for Gale Force so far. 30 seconds left in the round. There's a bit of a flank going on as well. Tutehan only has 19 HP, but that flank could pay off later on in the round. Johnny Boy finally spotted, gets shot on down, so does Tutehan, so it's all up to Tommy on this flank. M4 in hand, no kit, no utility, just looking to do some economic damage here, maybe getting off for an AK. And, well, first frag goes his way. Ace and Moose both lit up a little bit. Pre-fires the angle, gets caught up against the wall, and there we go, Ace misses his shot, and Tommy trying to round around this fence, spraying wildly, finally gets it, only 77 HP left, but Moose will find him. Rise Nation keep on going. 4 rounds in a row now. 12k on both of those players, they've got enough money for the entirety of the half now. Gale Force on the Eco. No armor behind these upgraded pistols. 3 flashbangs, though. Might have a trick play. They're going to send Guishoro Monstro up alone towards mid. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be going for the boost up towards drop. I think Marquis might try and have some sort of a trick play. No, instead they're going to hold up close as these players start piling on out. It's going to be Janji. First point of contact. Spotted out Tommy. Done some damage, but it's actually going to be him to be going down first. Dazzle, actually. Marquis get the first 2. 3 players left, all bunched up. If only they had nades right now. Tutehan does get 1 more. Now it's Ace and VSA. Last one alive. Some damage done to Ace. Full health for the main majority. Gale Force until that nade rings out. Making slightly easier. Ace does get 1 more now. It's up to VSA. 1v3. Bomb out of his hands and a minute's end to work with. 1 flashbang pulled out. That'll allow him to take his peek. Spots out 1, but Guishoro puts the deagle to good use. And Gale Force win an eco. That's got to be our 12th or 13th eco win of the night. This has been absurd. Absurd is the only word that really does fit it categorically for me. Now, Gale Force will be back on the bye here in round number 13. If they could win this round and then a couple next, that would not be a bad scoreline. 7-8 is kind of what I'd expect to see from these teams on Cobblestone. Now, Johnny Boy, oh, had it lined up and everything. Flashed off. I was about to switch to a big way. Shoro tried to take another shot over towards long. It's going to be Johnny Boy to try and recommit to that. Spots it out, but misses the shot. Stays alive at 2 HP. Gets 1 kill. That's all he can ask for, though. He gets dropped down. Tutehan gets found on the flank there from Janji. That's all up to Tommy and Marky. Players running in from behind them. Tommy on site. Actually, they don't have the bomb here yet, but really it does not matter. As Gale Force, well, they won the previous round, but it seemed to just be a, what is it, shot in the dark, shot in the frying pan, heated up for a split second, then it's gone. Rise Nation up 9-4. The biggest lead I think they've actually had all series. Gale Force going to be upgrading pistols yet again, up on round 14. Actually, no, they forced by out. There's only upgraded pistols for Tommy and Johnny Boy. Op for Guishoro. Apparently Johnny not feeling it right now. Taking a look at this frag line. Well, neither of them are feeling it. They're both on 7 frags. Only Mark E is in double digits right now, on 10. All top comes out from Moose, who's just playing a bit of a fake. Trying to keep as many players here as possible. Meanwhile, Guishore Monster out with the AWP up close. Glass Cannon has a player right to his right. Misses the first shot, but tries to bait it out for Johnny Boy. So he backpedals, tries to sell this. Dazzle doesn't even buy it, still throws out the flash, doesn't take the peek though. Guishoro rotated all the way around back behind APC to keep eyes over towards long. Johnny Boy still not challenged. Guishoro smoked off. Bomb's been dropped by back mid over for Ace. While Moose tries to feel this one out, hoping for a free frag through the smoke, but it's not going to happen for him quite yet. Well, apparently as soon as I ball off of his cam, Tommy gives him up a free kill. So we might see a bit of a rotation from Rise Nation. But for now, they're playing patient. Johnny Boy, he is well. They actually did bring over Mark E for the time being, but as I say that Johnny Boy goes down. Guishoro misses his 3rd shot of the round. That one will hit though, and Tutehin finds one more on the lurker. Guishoro goes big, and now Dazzle, last one alive, 1v3. Only gets the 1 though. Mark E extends his frag count up to 12. Tutehin now in double digits with him. And Gale Force 1 more round to try and make this anything respectable. 5 rounds is not enough on CT side. It's kind of bare minimum to give yourself a solid chance on T side. But getting that 1 more round, just that much more wiggle room. 5 AKs for Rise Nation. Guishoro holding onto the AWP, taking this over towards long. 4 stack for the CT side over towards B. And Dazzle fast over towards drop. They have not played this one fast all round, and it's going to work out for him. Dazzle goes down. Marquis does trade it right back out, but Janji's there to make sure that it stays in their favor. Tutehin says no. Gets himself a twofer. Now it's Ace and Janji. 2v3. The rotation's coming on out, actually. So it's just 2 players on site. And Tutehin stuck behind the smoke. 1 player close, but they know Janji is already out towards door, but Tommy finds him. Now it's Tutehin toward the right. Tiny works out for him. Ace pulls out a grenade randomly. And I don't know, maybe he ran out of bullets and he hit Q to try and get to his pistols. I don't know. In the end, though, Gale Force do get that last 2 rounds on their side. Bit of a messy CT side for them, but now going on to the favored sides of Cobblestone. We'll see if they can pull this one back. Only a 3-round difference. Rise Nation finally leading for the first time into the second half. And the chicken will sound the beginning of the second half here. One last look at the scoreboard as we start things off. Tutane and Mark E topping the charts on 13 frags. John G topping it at 19. Almost double the frags of the next best player. Meanwhile, Ace still has not woken up this entire series. 4 frags. I never would have expected that kind of performance from him. And it's not like he hasn't been playing either. This guy's been in grind mode. He's been streaming almost every single day. Dazzle playing a bit passive over towards drop. Kind of pincering in with Ace over here. Finally Ace! And that's actually BSA to get that second frag. Another chance right here. Johnny Boy coming up close. Quishoro Monstro as well. Johnny Boy finally does fall to VSA. Johnny gets one more, leaving only Marky alive in a 1v3. Rise Nation looking to pick up the second pistol this round. I would tie them for the entire series. And, well, it's all but done and dusted here. No bomb control, only one flashbang for Marky. He'd have to go absolutely huge. And immediately, shoulder is spotted out. USP shots going through the door, narrowly missing him. And as he rushes in through, well, his fate was pretty much already sealed, but he had to try. Rise Nation going to double digits first here. Gale Force going to be having to run it back with this eco round. And actually, they didn't even get many kills. They can't really get a justifiable eco here. I'd be really surprised if they go for this. Well, we've seen it all night. I wouldn't expect things to change, and how right I would be. Scout for Johnny Boy, upgraded pistols for everyone else, armor and helmet across the board, except for the scout holder. Another fast play, this time over towards Plat. Guisho to slow it down, though, and Janji gets out of the way just in time. Janji taking the first one. Nobody challenging Johnny Boy or Marky, who have been holding this kind of a lurk, hoping for some aggression. What Gale Force needs to know that by now, Rise Nation has only got aggressive. Early on, maybe I can think of one round. At least one round that actually paid off for them. These guys, they play pretty passively. Dazzle's going to find Mark E over towards mid. Not quite sure why we missed that one. Dazzle spots out another. The Moss Spray rings true. It's going to be Tommy and Tutehan, last two alive. That's a scout for him to pick up. Swings wide, can't hit the shot. And now bomb spotted out, tagged on down at 20. What is that? 51 for Tommy, and he drops. Tutehan on 18. Finds himself one, so hey, some damage done. A little gold star to put on your gun at the end of the round, but I think this might be it. The door is slowly closing on Gale Force. They'll have to wait until the 4th round this half in order to get some actual buyout. No bomb plant, barely any frags going their way on this T side. Rise Nation going to be holding on to the FAMASas, get one more MP9 this round. Oh, the Soul M4 in the hands of Janji. He'll be taking that over towards long. Dazzle, take an aggressive peek, and that's about as aggressive as they've got so far here on Cobblestone. Only tagged down 10 HP in the process for that info. Moose finds one. Where was that from? Oh, Moose got boosted. That'll definitely put a hiccup in Gale Force's plans. Takes a quick little jump peek, not quite certain if he saw anything there. Now holding the opposite side of the wall, spots the leg out, Guishoro. If BSA is going to find him, Moose works off of him absolutely perfectly. Finds one more, he gets that frag as well. Only Johnny Boy left alive. Might be a clean round for Rise Nation, and that it is. Currently double the round score at Gale Force as they go into 12 rounds. John G up on 21. Finally a 2-bomb for the boy in round number 19. VSA not far behind on 15. 13 for Moose, 11 for Dazzle, and Ace still sitting on single digits. Tutehan topping the charts for Gale Force on 14. And Rise Nation, they're still not throwing these weapons away. It came back to haunt them last half. Let's see if it does here. 2 MP9s, 2 FAMASas. Tommy getting burnt on down in the corner near Arch. Marky looks like he wanted to get the rest of that smoke. Thought wiser of it. It's going to be re-smoked by Johnny Boy. It's Dazzle stuck in there. Meanwhile, Guishoro trying to trade out some damage over towards drop. Nobody's connected with anything quite yet. Minute 20 left in the round. Finally, Johnny Boy, and I believe that was... Actually, I can't even tell right now. Johnny Boy and Marky Boosted up over the smoke, didn't spot anything. Dazzle gave up the main entrance, so... Nade rings in, barely does any damage on the Johnny Boy. Marky got eaten on up. Johnny Boy ducks under the bullets of Dazzle, gets that first initial frag. Wow, that was a redundant statement. First initial frag. Let me just highlight that, make myself sound even more dumb. But 44 seconds, while Gale Force had the opening frag, they got chewed up in the process. 40 seconds left, they need to act quickly. "30 seconds left, Gale Force. Your lurker is still on A, barely making any noise, but Tommy finds the entrance they need. Ace is going to go down shortly after. Inguishoro finds Moose. It's all up to VSA now, but he is going to fall. Playing this one slow actually seemed to suit Gale Force and throw Rise Nation off a little bit. May have caught them adjusting their positions at the last second. Maybe second guessing themselves on what the hit was going to be. But Gale Force, 4th round in, finally on the bye, finally get around. Can they do much more, though? Oh, God, not like this. Take a look at the buy for the CT side of Rise Nation. Triple op setup. They actually made this work once on Mirage, but that was once they kind of had full momentum behind them. They had a good start here. Definitely some momentum off the last couple rounds, but this is such a big gamble for the money that they don't actually have. For now, though, let's see. CSGO crashed for, I believe that would be... Where's that? Marquee. So he should be back in shortly. Actually, there he is. Just as I tab out, all is good, says Moose. Will they expect the triple op setup from Rise Nation? This is the kind of buy that if it works, you completely dishearten your opponent. And if it doesn't, you completely break your own economy and you kick yourself for it for a round or two. Dazzle, taking one of those AWPs over towards mid. Ace, one towards drop, interestingly enough. And where's that last one? John G towards broken wall, fires through. Marky gets shot through the wall, actually. Lucky to be alive right now. 2 players move over towards back of plat. John G's going to take that angle, tries to put some shots through the box. Meanwhile, it's Johnny Boy, one more player, moving on in through mid, behind the smoke. Just as I switch off of him, VSA finds one. Dazzle trying to trade this one on out. Miss Dazzle going on, Miss Johnny Boy going on through, who's going to find Moose there. And now Rise Nation, only 3 ops left alive. And look at this, left Mark E with his 16 health over on a nice little lurk. Ace finally gets a shot going their way. Not the first to connect, but the first to actually get a frag. John G does the same, brings us back to a 3v3. Now, interestingly enough, Dazzle has not budged from this position. I don't think he's scoped in, but Mark E seems to have an idea. Oh, Mark E looked right past him, giving a frag to Dazzle. That's 1 kill for each of the AWPs right now. Now Tommy spotted out Dazzle. Johnny Boy trying to work off the same angle. Dazzle tries to challenge it. His teammates are so far off. Johnny Boy's finally going to get that frag. I don't know why the rotation didn't come in faster from John G. He held that B angle for so long, knowing the 2 players were on the site. That might come back to haunt them, but John G still gets the frag there. Johnny Boy last from live, 1v2, and now Ace has thrown away that AWP for the M4. Might be good right now, but Johnny Boy goes absolutely ham. Gale Force, he gets the ace there. Let's take a look at how this one started. Oh my god. There was the second frag the ops picked up. This was Mark E. Completely missed that one. Gave a free frag to Dazzle. John G gets in second. And almost looks like it's going to happen. And then here we go, Johnny Boy. Last couple seconds. Flicks over. Saves the day. MVP for certain. Whether they win this map or not. Leaves Rise Nation on the eco. 2 sets of armor. 2 CZs. An actual 5.72 P250s. And one of those is going to be dropped immediately. Not one of the armor carriers, though. It's going to be John G getting up close. Also, another player without armor. There's 3 players over towards long. The 1 tucking themselves down into danger. We show our monster with the AK here, making enough noise to keep everyone close. John G, though, here's one cross. Spots out another. That's a Molotov right behind him. He has to go forward. Tommy gets put down. Johnny does answer it back, though. So some damage done. Allows some time to be rotated over. VSA is here, and so is Moose. VSA spotted out. Apps awake. Can't find the frag. Moose gets spotted out immediately. Not sure what he was looking at there. Now it's only Ace to drop. Gale Force keep 4 players alive to the 12 of Rise Nation. Oh, Guishoro. That chicken did not deserve that. You animal. John G up on 24 frags, going to round number 22. Rise Nation will be back on the bye, I believe, this round. Oh, look at this. It's a hint of restraint from the CT side of this North American team. They could have forced spot up, and they didn't. I believe that's the first time all series. 4 sets of armor, 2 kits, 2 smokes. Not too bad. We don't want this one getting completely away from them, and Marquis hits the vac shot, takes VSA down to 3 HP through the smoke and the door. Now Moose has been boosted yet again. Can he surprise them like he did before? Here's Guishoro sparking off. Doesn't take the challenge though. VSA with this 3 HP over towards Long. But all those players taking themselves down in danger. Nice little bait position here. If Janji does go down, VSA might catch somebody off guard. Meanwhile, Guishoro seems to have an inkling that somebody might be up top. But Tommy, bait not gonna work. Spots the shoulder out immediately. Tommy finds one, Taehin another. One more on site. Tommy finds him as well. 2 players left, Dazzle and Mouse. Dazzle, a bit messy right there, but he's gonna find Guishoro. It's an AK to salvage at the very least. What more can Moose do though? Love to find himself a rival to take in the next round, as Gale Force are almost certainly going to be going up to double digits now. But Rise Nation will be on the bye regardless of what happens. That AK would just be a little bit of upgraded weaponry to use in the next round. And the final seconds will tick off of this bomb. Gale Force put themselves up onto 10. Rise Nation need to salvage that AK, hold on to the armor and CZs in the next round as well. Hey, and a kit and a Molotov too. Both teams on the bye though. This round, it'll make or break Rise Nation. Gale Force will still have a bye in the following round regardless of what happens. So the door is not shut on them yet. Rise Nation lose this, that'd probably put Gale Force up to 12 rounds before they could actually buy again. So very important round here. Guishoro eats a bit of nade damage there. I believe that was from Ace. No, not Ace. Who was that? That was from Janji. And the favor is repaid. As soon as that smoke dissipates, he's going to chuck out that Molotov, one would assume. Guishoro, he's got the similar plan. It's actually VSA to find a frag over there towards danger. Johnny Boy did go down. Marquis spots the head crossing, and he will fall back off that. Keep this lurk working well. Meanwhile, Guishoro, flames have expired that were at his feet. He's got back up here as well. So Moose going to commit himself over towards the A side. Janji looking to do the same. Marquis still on this flank. Let's take a look at Janji. Top fragger of the server, and for Rise Nation this round. This map. 2 players up top, a drop, not feeling it. Instead they jump on down. Oh, I know why they dropped on down. Guishoro kind of realized that nobody had the bomb. With 40 seconds left, it's finally recovered from T-spawn. It'll be a 3v5 to get on the site here. And, well, Ace's shoulder spotted out, misses the shot on the cross, but does get away nonetheless. Flashbang is off, and he looked like he wanted to recommit to that, but the Molotov will push him back. Spots that shot out, but Tommy comes out on top. Big Guishoro with the bomb in hand to find the first frag. Taehin needs one. There it is, only one more on site, one more on the flank. Bomb grab, 15 seconds left. Can he do this? Will he go for the fake? He does indeed, but Moose not biting. 10 seconds left. He's going to have to actually commit to this now. Finds the first player, but he can't get the frag. Dazzle takes it, and Rise Nation put themselves up on 13 rounds, closing the narrow gate they have to victory. Gale Force, though, they have another bye back. Actually, they've got 2 more buys for the next 2 more rounds. Rise Nation, though, it's been kept costly for them. Look at this. Even though they've won previous round, Moose is going to be on a scout. Dazzle only on the CZ. They've been playing their economy as wisely as possible, and this is what got them here. Okay, at the very end, Moose manages to grab an MP9. Flashbang over the top. Johnny Boy not close enough to take advantage of it. Now, Flashes, Molotovs, nades as well, and Tommy just completely flashbangs himself. Thankfully, smoked off. Not going to get punished for it. Johnny Boy lining up another smoke. I'm trying desperately to find any sort of action here because there's so many players close to each other. I think they're just lost in the smoke. Finally, John G gets out from E-Box. We sure is going to find the first frag over there towards connected though. John G in a bit of an off angle finds himself two as Ace finds the first. Clicking back left, right. John G finds a third. And now through the smoke, trying to shoot Guishuro through about 14 different walls. Not going to happen. But Guishuro, 1v4 now. They're desperately going to need that money they had saved up because he is going to fall. They keep 4 players alive, and Rise Nation looking fully confident right now. Let's take a look at John G going absolutely ham. He was dancing with them in smoke for about 10 seconds and finally got out, put himself in the off angle, and worked out perfectly for him. No one checked it, and his aim was just on point. John G up on 27 frags here in round 25. It's been a different player every single map for Rise Nation to actually top it out. Dazzle and VSA over towards the A side of things. It's actually Ace to find the first frag. It did not look like that was going to happen. It was way too early. He must have found that one through the smoke because it was smoked off. Guishuro goes down. Man advantage once again from Rise Nation. I'm starting to think this could be GG. As Gale Force, well, they could have force bought this round. Instead, they just went with upgraded pistols, hoping to build up some loss bonus in the next round, or, you know, pull a miracle out here. 4v5. Dazzle on the opposite side of the smoke over towards mid, while some players start pushing in through drop as well. I'm leaving it to Auto Director. I've got my hands in the air. Too much action is about to come out here. At the 1 minute mark, bomb still dropped by D-Lord Halls and Dazzle. Hearing all these footsteps, still has not pushed through. No one here to bait for him, and Johnny Boy taking all the angles and finally gets the kill there onto Dazzle. VSA is at back of sight. John G is here, fully flashbang. VSA saves him though. Now John G, it's his turn. Tommy and Tutehan, last two alive, over towards the A side. B side. And, well, Moose and Ace, they get themselves a frag. Rise Nation now up on match point. Gale Force, they have enough money to get some AKs out and an AWP for John G. Sorry, Johnny Boy. God, that's like the 14th time. It's the best buy that Gale Force has had in a couple rounds. They have to run this back 5 rounds in a row to overtime, where we would enter BO3. I think it's 10k on CEVO. We might find out. Fast play towards B. Smokes off from both sides. Actually, Rise Nation used 2 in that predicament. And Auto Director tried to take us away from Guishuro Monstro. It's been an amazing entry fragger so far today, but this map, not as much. Currently bottom... Oh no, not quite bottom fragging. Stop it. We want to see Guishuro. Now, smoked off completely. They're going to get the bomb planted. Let's keep 5 alive. It'll be 5v5 for the retake. Plenty of utility left for Rise Nation side. The same cannot be said for the terrorists. And look at this bit of flank coming from Dazzle. It is expected from Tutehan. That's actually going to be Tommy on site. Johnny Boy answers it right on back as soon as John G gets one. Still man advantage for Gale Force. But now VSA finds one more. Back to a 3v3. Guishuro Monstro gets shot in the head by Ace through the chicken coop. Finally, a brilliant shot. We expect more of those from him. He's been having an off day, but in the end, it's going to be 1v2. 1v1 as Tutehan has the bomb planted, but John G's actually on it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He is going to get this, and he gets the ninja defuse. The GG's come out, and Rise Nation, despite a faulty, shaky start on the first map or so, they pull it back their way, and they will be going, I think, not tomorrow, sometime this week, to actually face off against Sora Gaming. So, should be kind of juicy. I'd like to thank you all for joining.